Okay, we are now on the record for Tuesday morning's criminal docket, October 19, 2021. Okay, Mr. Alvarez?
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Alvarez, I'm here on CR 21-00233, Elizabeth Bocanegra Ureistegui.
Okay, do you know what number that is on the court's docket?
I do not, Your Honor. 88, I'm sorry.
You better pay that staff member extra. Okay, number 88. Let's see, that is CR 21-00233-I. Is Ms. Ureistegui present?
She's right here, Judge.
Okay. Can you put her on? It seems that she has, I want to hear from the probation officer with respect to her, Miss Soto.
Yes, so she has her mobile device with a safeguard and she had 2 missed tests for the past month.
Okay. Is your client English speaking or Spanish speaking?
English speaking, Your Honor.
Okay. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm only going to warn you about this once. Missed tests are not acceptable. Do you understand me? You have to test during your time, your windows, and you have to test every day. If not, it's a violation, and any missed test is a violation of your bond conditions, which means that I can choose to revoke your bond and then you will go back to jail. Do you understand that? It's a yes or no. You have to be verbal.
Yes.
Okay. I expect that the next time that you come before me that you will not have any violations. Do you understand me?
Yes.
All right. Okay, Mr. Alvarez, how much time do you need?
Judge, she's PTD eligible. We are working on the application right now. I think she needs a urinalysis test. Probably about 45 days, 60 days.
Okay. All right, November 30th at 9:30.
Yes, ma'am.
If she has violations at that time, it will be in person, but we will let you know.
Very good, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
No, ma'am, that's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Alejandro Munoz,
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
Judge, I have number 30, Michael Allen Del Rio. He's present on Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Del Rio, can you please announce yourself?
Yes, Michael Allen Del Rio.
Okay, that's CR 1915931-I. And what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, we're asking for a little more time. I believe we can work this case out with the state. And
Have you received a recommendation?
not yet, Judge. This is our first status hearing. I believe we had an arraignment last month, Judge.
Okay, if you need a recommendation, go ahead and email the state for that recommendation and they'll send it to you. Do you have all your discovery?
I believe so, Judge.
Okay.
This was a transfer case from County Court 1. And that's
Okay,
why I
Mr.
took-
Sosa, can you check to see if all discovery has been submitted to your opposing counsel?
Yes, Judge. Email discovery in May, I believe. And I formulated a rec last week. At this moment, we're offering 1-year probation with restitution only.
Okay. 1-year probation with restitution. All right, so Mr. Munoz, how much time are you needing?
Judge, we can have 30 days.
Okay, and do you want to be placed on the status or the plea docket?
Status, Judge.
November 30th at 9:30 is the earliest that I have.
That'll work, Judge. Judge, we also had another request. My client is currently out on bond. He is struggling financially. We wanted to see if the court would grant him a PR bond. He's been out for 2 years already, Judge, since October of 2018. and the bond company is starting to charge him monthly.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, any objection from the state?
Judge, the defendant has an extensive history of crimes of moral turpitude. Therefore, the state's an objection.
Okay, how long has he been out on bond on this charge?
I believe since October 18th, 2019.
All these cases.
Okay, so he's going on, well, yesterday was 2 years?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. I'll grant your request and I'll reduce his bond to a PR bond, a $2,000 PR bond.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, Judge. I have number 38, Jesus Gastelum.
Okay, then Mr. Del Rio is excused.
Again.
CR 20-00297-I. Okay, and is Mr. Gastelum present?
Judge, I wasn't able to make contact with him. He's always been present, Judge. We have an agreement with the state for an ADR. The only thing holding him up is that he has to pay 2 tickets that he has, which I believe is like around a total of $400.
Okay, the last time your client was ordered to also contact the employment specialist, so you wouldn't know whether he did or didn't.
I don't know, Judge. I can, we're gonna keep trying to call him.
Okay, well, he was notified of today's hearing, so he has until the end of the docket to come on. Otherwise, I will issue an eyesight, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right, anything else?
That's all I have this morning. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank-
Okay, Attorney Santos Maldonado? Mr. Maldonado? All right, Attorney Juan Tijerina?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I have number 84 and 85 on the docket.
Okay, that is CR 21-06-114-I and CR 17-06-461-I. State of Texas versus Julio Salinas. And is Mr. Salinas present?
He is, Your Honor.
On Zoom or with you?
No on Zoom, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Salinas, will you please announce yourself?
He is Spanish speaking.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please ask Mr. Salinas to announce himself.
Julio César Salinas, por favor, se anuncia. Julio César Salinas, por favor, se anuncia.
Do you want to contact him or do you see him on a screen? Mr. Tijerina, did you want to contact him or you're on mute? Oh,
Yes, Judge. I did speak to him before, but let me reach out to him again, Your Honor. He should be on here. I had talked to him right before 9:30 to make sure. Let me make sure, Judge, and I apologize. I was taking another quick. Let me reach out to him, Your Honor. I apologize for wasting the court's time. Let me reach out to him.
that's okay. All right. Attorney Sally Conant.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am.
I have 4, 5, and 6 on the court's criminal docket. However, Attorney Terry Palacios filed a motion to substitute on one of the cases, but he hasn't on the other ones. So I don't know if he's representing Mr. Jimenez on all of them. There's only one motion to substitute that's been filed, and that's on CR 21-07-945I.
Okay, I didn't see anybody here from his office. I mean,
Good morning, Your Honor. Victor Jaramillo here, standing in for Delmiro Redondo.
Okay,
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I thought we had filed all 3 of those motions to change, but we are representing him on all these counts.
Okay,
right.
so then you just need to file your motion for substitution on the other two cases, Mr. Jaramillo.
Understood, Your Honor. We'll do that.
Okay, and I don't know, is Mr. Jimenez out on bond right now?
Yes, Your Honor. He's here in my office. He's
Okay,
present.
all right, and so Ms. Condit, is there any other case that you have, or was that your announcement, your only announcement for that?
All I have this morning, Your Honor.
Okay,
May I have excused?
you certainly may.
Thank you.
All right, let me go ahead and call CR 20-09118-I, CR 21-07945-I, CR 21-07944-I. And Jose Luis Jimenez, is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
English speaking, Your Honor.
All right. So what is your announcement, Counselor, on these three cases?
Yes, Your Honor. We're waiting for a new complaint to be filed. So we're asking the court for 45 days if possible.
Okay, what does the DA's office show? Something
sorry,
I take?
Regarding what, Judge? I'm sorry.
Okay, let's pay attention here. Number 4, 5, and 6, Jose Luis Jimenez. They're saying that there's a complaint that's to be filed. What's at intake? Is it a misdemeanor? Is it a felony?
He has a pending felony from a different transaction. However, I'm not understanding. I'm sorry. Is the defense alleging that the complaint's deficient?
No,
Or-
he's just saying that there's something that's coming down the pipe. That's it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me check, Judge.
So he has a pending felony?
Correct, Your
Yes.
Honor.
All right. Okay, so then I'll go ahead and set you out. I'm gonna set you for December the 16th at 9:30. In the meantime, I'm ordering that no harmful contact be made on the victim for CR 20-09118-I, okay?
Understood, Your Honor.
Judge, if I may, Judge, he
Yes.
does have the GPS, and if he can be reminded that the device needs to be charged 2 hours continuous.
Okay, thank you. That's right. Mr. Jimenez, you don't get to pick what you do with respect to that GPS device. Do you understand me? That device is to be charged 2 hours before. The vendor has told you, probation has told you, and now I'm telling you. So the next time you come before me, if you are having issues and that's your violation, I'm gonna put you back in jail. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Charging a device is nothing. You should be able to do that 2 hours before. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your phone number?
It's 956-599-5197.
Okay, you'll return on December the 16th at 9:30 unless I need to see you sooner.
Okay.
And we'll see if the felony is indicted by that time, Mr. Jaramillo.
Okay, understood, Your Honor.
Okay, any other case?
Number 61, Matthew Oliva.
Okay, Mr. Jimenez is excused. Well, Mr. Damian, going back to get your client back in here, Mr. Jimenez. Mr. Damian, please put that on the record.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what is it that you saw?
I'm showing that Mr. Jimenez was picked up for another terroristic threat. Release date was on the 3rd of October, and he was booked on that day as well.
Okay, so it was on an additional charge. Can the state verify that, please?
Yes, Judge, I had seen in jailings that he did have a terrorist threat.
A new one.
Yes, ma'am.
And that
Mr.
was-
Jaramillo, you're gonna need to be on the lookout for that one as well, sir.
We are, Your Honor.
He's not gonna last out on bond if he continues to do those things. All right, what other number did you say?
Number 61, Matthew Oliva.
CR 18-04652-I. Mr. Oliva, are you present?
I am present, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, we sent in a PTD reconsideration to Mr. Daniel, but we're still waiting for the decision on that PTD.
Okay, does the state show any notes on that?
Just that they've requested reconsideration, Judge, but if defense emails us, I can expedite that.
Is it showing that it's under review or that Mr. Gonzalez has it?
Yes, last note I see is from June, just saying that it's under reconsideration.
Okay, yes, because since June is too long. That's having this person be waiting and it's holding up on my docket because I could have done something else with it if they're not going to reconsider or grant that reconsideration. So from June to now is already going on 5 months. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this for November the 30th. And by then, please see if Mr. Gonzalez can give an answer
Yes, Judge.
at 9:30. Okay. And Mr. Oliva, do you have a mobile alcohol monitoring device?
No, ma'am, I have a interlock on my vehicle.
Okay, and Ms. Soto, do you show anything for him?
Yes, Judge, he has his interlock with lifesaver. There's no violations.
Okay. Can you please give me your phone number, Mr. Oliva?
Yes, ma'am, it's 956-355-2409.
Okay. All right, thank you. And you're excused. Have a good day, sir.
Thank
Your
you,
Honor,
Judge, you too.
May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your
Judge,
Honor.
may I make the announcement, Your Honor? My client was on, he just didn't have the mute button.
Okay,
Judge, again, this is for 84 and 85 on the court's criminal docket. Julio Salinas.
okay, and can he hear you now? Let me see. Ms. Castaneda, please call out his name.
Julio César Salinas, por favor, se anuncia. Julio César Salinas.
Where do you see him, Mr. Tijerina?
Well, Judge, he said he was on, I'm not sure, and they had resolved the
Audio issue?
correct. All right, well, I apologize, Your Honor. I think he's on the Galaxy A20, Judge.
Galaxy A20. Oh, okay. With the glasses and the mustache?
Correct. It seems like he still has his mute on.
Okay, let me see. Okay, ¿usted es señor Salinas, Julio Salinas?
Sí, la escucho.
Ok, sí le escucho. Un momento, ok. Alguien le va a traducir si es necesario, pero así se tiene que quedar con su micrófono, si no, no lo voy a poder escuchar, ¿ok?
Sí, la escucho. ¿Y me escucha usted bien?
Sí, yo le escucho bien, ¿ok? So let me go ahead and call CR 2106-114-I and CR 1706-461-I. What is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, on this matter, it's set for status. Judge, I was informed that my client has some violations. So we're here to address that.
Okay. So Ms. Soto, can you please put on the record the violations that Mr. Salinas has?
Judge has his mobile device with Safeguard Solutions. The report for the past month indicated he had 8 alcohol readings and 11 skip tests. And on the alcohol readings, Judge, he does not retest after he fails the test. And also on some of the readings, there's no visible face.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please be ready to translate, okay?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Salinas, your device is showing that you have 8 tests that show that you had alcohol in your system and 11 skip tests.
Mr. Salinas, sus pruebas salieron que tiene 8 lecturas de alcohol y 11 pruebas omitidas.
Any kind of violation is not going to be tolerated.
Cualquier tipo de violaciones no van a ser toleradas.
And I have the discretion of revoking your bond and incarcerating you.
Y yo tengo la discreción de revocar su fianza y meterlo en la cárcel.
Does he understand that?
¿Entiende usted eso?
Claramente lo entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Let him know that as part of his bond, he is not to be drinking.
Condiciones de su bond, de su fianza es que no puede estar tomando.
Yo creo que algo pasó que
Tell him not to speak unless he has permission from his
Mr.
attorney.
Salinas, no hable a solamente que tenga permiso de su abogado.
At this time, I'm gonna order him to pay a $200 donation to the Rainbow Room in McAllen.
A este tiempo, Mr. Salinas, la corte lo está ordenando que pague una donación de $200 para el Rainbow Room
And he has 7 days to do that.
y tiene 7 días para hacer eso.
He's to return on November 30th at 9:30.
Su próxima corte es el día 30 de noviembre a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Can you please ask him for a phone number?
¿Me da su número de teléfono?
un momentito. Un momento.
Give me 1 second.
Judge, if I may, his phone number is 956-651-8037.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Just have a talk with him, Mr.
I will, Judge, and I spoke to him this morning, but I will again reiterate that with him and direct him to the Rainbow Room, Judge, to make that donation.
And Ms. Soto does have the information as to how to make that donation in case you need some assistance.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, any other case, sir?
No, Your Honor, thank you for your time.
Okay, you are
Have a good day.
excused and so is your client. Ms. Castaneda, let him know that he can remove himself.
Mr. Salinas ya se puede retirar.
Muchas gracias y muy amable.
Thank you, very kind.
Okay, Attorney Mauricio Martinez?
I've got number 44 in your docket, Rebecca Hernandez. She's on my last page.
Okay. That is CR 141489-I, State of Texas versus Rebecca Hernandez. Ms. Hernandez, will you please announce yourself?
Sí, aquí estoy, Miss.
Okay, so Spanish speaking, all right. What is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, last time we were here, we announced to the court that she's got a pending felony. It's a state jail, one of those food stamps cases. We've worked out an agreement where she's going to be repaying the money owed to the state benefits department. But in terms of the assault out of your court, it's a 2014 case. It was an altercation between herself and her husband's ex-wife during a child custody exchange issue that also went along with a family law case that's now been put to rest. My understanding is that prior to COVID, the state had reached out. There was an agreement back then, almost 2 years ago, to do an A&P, but I think the case has just gone stale and now it's in your court, Judge. We made that announcement last time, and I think the state was going to be double checking if they were going to make the dismissal today or anything like that.
Okay, and what's the state's announcement?
Judge, my last note shows that the victim showed up to the latest trial setting and wanted to proceed with the case. A plea deal was offered. The sticking point was restitution, so that was the crux really of the issue. But that's really the latest note that we have in 2019.
Okay, but your office was to have contact with the victim before today. Did anybody contact her?
We tried to contact her, Judge, but it was unsuccessful.
Okay, so then any objection to set this up for a bench trial?
I would have to get back at this moment. The state would be an objection.
Well, because what we've done in the past is if you don't have a victim to present, we were setting this up for a bench trial so that we can have me make a finding and assess guilty or not guilty so that we can get it off the docket.
Personally, Judge, I would be unopposed to a bench trial. However, I went through a bench trial and we lost on a technicality. I'm not sure what the position of my office is.
Well, this is for purposes to see if the victim is going to show up, because I'm not going to be resetting it and resetting it and resetting it if you all can't get a hold of her. There's only so many times that I can do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And these situations. So If your last contact with that victim was in 2019, when was the last setting for this? Can anyone tell me? When's the
This was
last
actually-
time she was
Judge-
here?
Judge, this was actually set on your docket back in 2019. And then if the Odyssey notes are correct, it indicates that it was administratively reset multiple times. And I believe this was right before you took the bench, Your Honor.
Okay.
And so eventually she NISI'd back in 2020. And this was just at the height of COVID. She ended up getting rearrested on that pending NISI. And then we asked for a reconsideration of the bond and the NISI withdrawal since she hadn't committed a new offense. She was just out and about and the NISI flagged. We
Okay.
ended up getting a bond out of the felony and out of this court as well.
Gotcha.
So this is only the second time that Your Honor has seen this defendant. And so she's been here, and it's just one of those things where the case was pending because back then the family law case was still attached to it.
Okay. Let's come back on November the 30th at 9:30. Between now and then, let's see if the state can contact the victim. If not, then if the state can please confer with their superiors to ask them what their position is with respect to the bench trial and the victim not showing up,
Understood, Judge.
so that we can get it set and move on, because it's 2014 case.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, so November 30th at 9:30. Ms. Castaneda, can you please let Ms. Hernandez know?
Ms. Hernández, su próxima corte es el día 30 de noviembre a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Anything else, Mr. Martinez?
Judge, got another one, 46 on your docket, and then the same individual, but with a different name, has cases 84, I apologize, 86 and 87. It's the same Jose Jimenez and Jose Santa Cruz.
Okay, so it's 46, 86, and 87?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So then it's CR 21-08197-I, CR 21-05623-I, and CR 21-05770-I. So what is his correct name? Jose Jimenez?
Jose Jimenez is a correct name. Jose Santa Cruz was the fake name.
Okay. So then that needs to be corrected.
It might not be necessary, Judge. He's got a felony under the correct name as well. We've worked out a plea on the felony, and he's actually on his way to my office right now to sign that plea today at about 10:30. We should be at the clerk's as soon as we're done with this with this court hearing, Judge.
Okay, so then are these going to be dismissed as part of the felony deal?
That's my understanding. All of them except for the mail theft case. We're supposed to double check with the misdemeanor prosecutors to see if there's anybody alleging any kind of restitution. If not, then we can handle it that way.
Okay. And when is your setting on that felony plea?
Tomorrow, Judge. So he's coming in today in about the next hour to sign paperwork so that he's ready for tomorrow.
Okay. So let me see. Ms. Rivera, do we still have room on the 28th docket?
Yes, Judge, that's fine. We can set them in.
Okay, then just come back on the 28th at 9:30 and let us know what happened and what we're gonna do with that remaining case.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that'll be 10/28 at 9:30.
That's all I've got this morning, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Oops. Okay, Attorney Carlos Garcia.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yes, this is number 53 on your docket, CR 2105406I.
Okay, Azalia Cuellar Martinez.
Present, Your Honor.
Oh, there you go. Okay, thank you, ma'am. All right, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, in this case, I talked to Mr. Sosa, and from what I understand is the blood tests are still pending. So I'm assuming that we're going to get reset, waiting on those blood results.
Okay. How long have you all been waiting on those?
It's been a while, Your Honor. I think maybe 2 months. I'm not too sure.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, do you show a time frame or anything?
Yes, Judge. 1 second. Since August, that they were requested by the previous by the previous ADA, Mr. Nguyen.
Do you know more or less how long they take?
No, ma'am. I just recommended to the defense that, to call and to urge them to expedite that, since we can't really provide a recommendation.
Until that's done?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, then go ahead and come back on December the 16th at 9:30 so I can see it before the end of the year. That's been taken care of. All right, so Ms. Martinez, December 16th at 9:30, and we'll see where we're at as far as the blood test results, okay?
Okay. May I
All
be
right.
excused?
Hold on. Anything
Oh.
else, Mr. Garcia?
Nothing further, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, then you both may be excused.
Thank
Thank
you, Your
you.
Honor.
Okay, Ms. Mendoza?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Your Honor, I have Miss Miranda Bullington. This would be number 16 in the court's criminal docket. She was on Zoom earlier. I did double check, Judge. We are set for a status hearing, and I'm respectfully requesting about 30 days, Judge. There is already a recommendation that has been extended. Discovery has already been received. There is the possibility of a dismissal contingent upon a clean UA and a class, and that's what we have pending for Ms. Bullington to finish, Judge.
Okay, that's on CR 20-2503-I. It was
Hello?
my understanding. I said that's on CR 20-02503-I, but it was my understanding that from the last setting to this setting, she was supposed to have that done.
And that is correct, Your Honor. However, Ms. Bullington has had some financial difficulties to pay for the UA and for the class, so we're just respectfully requesting for a little bit more time, Judge. It would be in her best interest that she's able to resolve this situation without having a conviction on her file.
So what's the cost on that theft course?
That I'm not sure, Judge, exactly what the cost is. I'm not sure about the UA either. All I know is that Ms. Bullington has asked for a little bit more time because of her financial situation.
Ms. Soto, what's the cost on that theft?
Judge, it ranges from $50 to $75.
Okay, and on the UA?
If it's done at our office, Judge, it's $20.
Ms. Bullington, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, Ms. Bullington, are you currently working?
No, I'm not. I've contracted a few houses to clean, but I'm not technically employed.
Okay, are you
Trying to get back to it.
are you on disability?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna order you to contact Ms. Trejo, who is our employment specialist. Well, let me ask you, what county do you live in?
Hidalgo.
Okay. You're gonna contact the employment specialist within 48 hours. And she's Mrs. Trejo.
Okay.
And because it's approximately $95 that's keeping you away from a conviction.
Yes, Your Honor. But previous to COVID, I was doing housekeeping for several people around where I live at. And they're kind of trying, slowly coming back in. I've got 3 scheduled this week, so I should be able to get it taken care of. I've got the class scheduled for Thursday.
Perfect. Okay. And you can take that test at the probation department, and that'll be your cheapest
Okay.
your cheapest way to do it, because it'll be only $20 with them versus going to a facility.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your phone number, ma'am?
It's 512-988-9234.
Okay. Ms. Soto is going to be on docket the rest of the morning, but she'll give you a call in the afternoon with respect to the employment specialist, and she can give you the directions to go to so that you can take the UA. I'm gonna have you come back on November the 30th at 9:30.
Okay.
If for some reason between now and then, everything's been worked out administratively and there's already been a dismissal on file, then you do not need to show up. But that's only if all the paperwork has been submitted, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Your
Okay.
Honor, if I may just, Ms. Bullington has made a lot of efforts in trying to resolve this case, Judge. I do just want to make or emphasize the fact that if probation is trying to call her, I know that we have had some instances in where she is not able to use her phone. She is able to text. So I wouldn't want a misunderstanding where they're not able to reach her. And again, it's for financial reasons, Judge, that she had not been able to pay, her phone. So if probation cannot reach her by a phone call, if they can please try to text her, because she is available. However, it's happened to us that we have not been able to make a direct contact because of that.
Well, Miss Bullington, are you well versed on emails?
Yes, they can send an email. That'd be fine.
Okay, what is your email address?
It's bullington.miranda@gmail.com.
That might be best if they can't
Yeah, that'd be
contact
good.
you. Okay. All right.
And I'm sorry, what was the recent date, Judge?
November 30th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor, this concludes my business before this honorable court. Miss Bullington and myself be excused.
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. You all have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Salinas?
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me, Your Honor?
I can, sir.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. I have number 32, Your Honor, Eloy Flores, Your Honor. We're set for status today, and we're asking this honorable court for we could have go forward with a jury trial setting, pre-trial jury trial settings, Your Honor.
Okay. CR 1613954-I. Mr. Eloy Flores, are you present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Ms. Soto, do we have any updates on Mr. Flores' device?
Judge has mobile device to safeguard and there's no violations.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then you're going to be asking for a trial setting?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, good news, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going to be ready to give you those trial settings probably early next year. But don't get too excited. We do have to share those pools. So we probably won't get started with our first jury trial until the end of May. But at least now you know. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll get started by around the end of May. And then I get to be in trial every week. So, but just so that you guys kind of have an idea and you can tell your clients, because I'm sure they're anxious to try to get these things resolved.
Yes,
well, he has a device, Mr. Salinas, so although he's asking for a trial setting, I do have to monitor him approximately every 30 to 45 days. So for right now, he'll have to come back on December the 7th at 9:30. If he has any violations between now and then, we will notify you so that he can appear in person prior to that date. And he will be appearing at the courthouse and we'll let you know the location. As long as he continues with 0 violations, he will have the privilege and courtesy of continuing to appear via Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr.
Yes.
Flores, can I have a phone number for you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It's 956-780-1644.
And Mr. Flores, let me say that I do appreciate you keeping your word to the court. The last time that you were here, I did admonish you on some violations and you said that it would not happen again. And so far you're on the right track. So I appreciate that, sir. Okay. All right. Anything else, Mr. Salinas?
No, Your Honor, that's it.
Okay, you're both excused. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
If I may, Judge, just really quick.
Oh, go ahead.
I apologize. The previous ADA had it offered 16 months probation. I'm willing to offer 10 months to get this resolved, plus bells and whistles. Just want to put that on the record.
All right, Mr. Salinas, the offers 10 months probation plus, I'm sorry, what else?
Plus bells and whistles, $300 fine, court costs, alcohol costs.
There you go.
Okay. Your Honor, I'll talk to him, and I guess the next setting, if we have a plea, then we'll let you know December 7th. Is that fine, Your Honor?
Yeah, and if not, just tell me that you're going to continue to wait for your jury trial setting.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mhm. Thank
Okay, y'all have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Attorney Robert Steindl.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 80 on your docket.
Good morning, sir.
My client is present with me. There he is. I'm on my iPad. Sorry, I'm having a little problems with my
That's okay.
computer.
CR 1706081-I, State of Texas versus Cesar Javier Rodriguez. Okay, and what is the announcement, Counselor?
Judge, we're PTD eligible. Can we have a status setting, I guess, the next 30 to 45 days? I did file a discovery request today and see if we can get this thing resolved.
Sir, does your client have an alcohol monitoring device?
I don't think he does, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Soto, do you show any alcohol monitoring device for Mr. Rodriguez?
I have no record, Judge.
Okay. All right, so you'll be applying for PTD?
That is correct, Your Honor.
It is taking about 60 to 90 days for a response.
Do you want to give me 60 days then?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you December the 16th at 9:30 for status. Between now and then, though, the packet does need to go in so that they can have time to look at it. Not packet turned in December 15th, okay? Like, turn it in enough time so that when you come back on the 16th, you can, it may be under review still, but at least it's under review.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, you certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Abiel Flores?
Good morning, Your Honor. Abiel Flores. I'm here on number 36 on the court's criminal docket.
Okay. And that is CR 201318-I, State of Texas versus Jonathan Garces. Is Mr. Garces present?
He should be logged on. He was texting me earlier.
Okay, is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
I think he's primarily Spanish, but he understands English, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, can you please call out the name Jonathan Garces if he can announce himself?
Jonathan Gerardo Garces, por favor, se anuncia.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Mr. Flores. What is your announcement?
Your Honor, in this case, Mr. Garces does have a felony pending. I have been able to, it appears that I've resolved that case on the felony side. I just need to get with the DA in your court to see if we can resolve the misdemeanor at the same time. Our felony case is set for November 17th for a possible plea.
Okay, and they didn't dismiss this one as part of that one? Oh.
No, Your Honor. I think if it's a plea, it's going to be to the court. The court, we staffed this case with the court, and so the district attorney's office was not completely in agreement with the result, Judge. But no, it's part. It's going to have to. I'm going to have to work out the misdemeanor case as well.
Okay. All right. So then go ahead and come back then on November the 30th at 9:30. That's the earliest date I have after the 17th.
Yes, Your Honor. We'll be here on that date.
Okay. Any other case?
Nothing further, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may. Mr. Garces, we'll see you on November 30th at 9:30, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Attorney Dennis Ramirez.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
This is going to be on number 20 and 21 on the court's docket.
CR 19-15038-I, CR 19-15037-I, State of Texas versus Francisco Bautista Cerda. Is Mr. Cerda present?
He is, Your Honor.
Mr. Cerda, can you please announce yourself? Francisco Cerda Jr., is he English speaking or Spanish speaking?
English, Your Honor.
Okay, Francisco Cerda. Do you see him anywhere?
Let me look through it, Judge.
He's right on the first screen, Judge. He's under
Okay.
his name, Francisco Cerda Bautista.
He's on my second screen, so. Mr. Bautista, can you hear me? Oh. Okay, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I can't hear you, but just pay close attention, okay? Something's up with his audio, but it's fine, Mr. Ramirez. I'll take your announcement. I do see him on the screen. Go ahead.
Your Honor, there was at the last hearing in late September, the court ordered him to pay a $200 fee to MAD. He did pay that on September the 21st, and I forwarded that to the state. Today we're set for status. The state also, in conjunction to that, did forward to me a plea deal. I am negotiating that plea deal, and I do anticipate it'll be a plea. If the court could perhaps set us up for an afternoon PM plea.
Okay. Ms. Soto, do you show, what can you tell me about the latest report on Mr. Bautista?
Judge, he has his mobile device for safety check and latest report shows no violations.
Okay, and Mr. Sosa or Mr. Ramirez, anything to add?
No, nothing further at this time.
Okay. All right, so then, Mr. Bautista, I do appreciate you keeping your word to the court. The last time that you were here, you did have violations, and you did say that you were going to have 0 violations in the future, and you have kept your word. So I do wish you the best of luck. Thank you for that, sir, because that tells me that you do respect the court. So, Mr. Ramirez, there's something wrong with his audio, but do you have a phone number for him?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm texting him actually. So, and we've been in communication since the last hearing.
Okay. So can you give me that phone number if you have it in your file?
Yes, absolutely, Your Honor. It's 956-563-1189.
Okay, sir. All right, then, I have November 30th at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. We'll get it done.
Okay, we'll see you then. Mr. Bautista, we'll see you November 30th at 1:30. Stay in close contact with your attorney so you can sign your paperwork. If you can hear me, you are excused.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, there he is. It's probably volume down. Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Ramirez. You have a good day.
Likewise, Your Honor.
Mr. Munoz, you made it. I didn't know I was teasing your brother since it was your birthday yesterday.
No, I'm here, Judge. I'm ready.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, what case do you have?
Judge, I have 74, 75, and 76 on the court docket. Perla Resendiz. I see her present on Zoom, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Resendiz, can you hear us? Perla Resendiz? Spanish or English?
She's a Spanish speaker, Judge.
Okay, let me have Ms. Castaneda ask her to please unmute herself.
Perla Rocío Reséndez, por favor, se anuncia. ¿Puede prender su micrófono?
Oh, hi, good morning.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Munoz. What is your announcement?
Judge, this is a case. I just need some additional time in this case, Judge. There is a pending felony that needs to be dealt with, Judge. And so we're just asking for some additional time.
Okay, do you have a setting on that felony yet?
No, Judge, I do not. My client's living out of the state, Judge, so she has to at some point come down to take care of it. I know she just gave birth not too long ago, so she's trying to get everything straightened out, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Soto, what's the report on Mr. Sendes?
Marcos Aguadre.
Oh, you're on mute, Ms. Soto.
Sorry, Judge. She has her mobile device with Intoxalock and she had 2 missed tests.
Okay.
Judge, and I understand those missed tests were, I believe, over a month ago, Judge. I don't believe they were positive tests. I think she's nursing. She just gave birth to her child. And after that, I don't believe there's been any type of issue.
Okay. Ms. Resendiz, I know it's hard with your newborn. I do
No,
remember.
I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I had my baby on December, but right now I'm pregnant again. I'm 7 months. So that's one of the reasons that sometimes I wake up at 6 a.m. to get my kids ready to school, and then I come back around 8:40. And sometimes I forget because in between those times, like I have 5 kids, so I have to like rush them to school, different schools and everything. So then I come back home and then I have to go pick them up at 3. So I'm trying my best to like be on time with those tests. I wake up as early as I can. Sometimes I even do it at 5 a.m. or 5:30.
Well, I understand that it's very difficult with 5 children and 1 on the way. However, that's a mobile device, so carry it with you if you need to, because you can't be having any missed tests, or I can have you have a warrant for your arrest issued, and then you're not going to be good to anybody. Okay, so this is going to be your final.
I haven't had any alcohol in my blood or anything. They're just been like it's just been a delayed test, but I haven't had any any alcohol in my test or anything.
Okay, I understand that. However, a missed test is still a violation. It doesn't matter if it's a missed test, an alcohol-related test. A violation is a violation, which is still a violation of your bond condition. So I'll allow your attorney the time to explain those things to you, but I'm just gonna let you know that I'm gonna go ahead and give you an opportunity to see how you continue to do. If not, the last thing I wanna do is revoke your bond when you have 5 children that depend on you and you're 7 months pregnant. So what is your phone number, ma'am?
My phone number is 443-404-1473.
Okay. All right, Mr. Munoz, so you don't have any indication as to when that felony is gonna be heard?
No, Judge, I don't. It would, Mr. Sendis would have to come back down to Texas to get that resolved, Judge.
Well, okay, well, I mean, eventually she's going to have to, so.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, so let's go back on December the 16th at 9:30 and we'll see where we're at by then.
Perfect. May she be excused, Judge?
Yes, she may.
Okay, thank you.
I have one other case, Judge. That's number 19 on the court docket, State of Texas versus Osvaldo Castañeda.
CR 21-00099-I. Is Mr. Castañeda present?
Judge, I don't show him on the Zoom. My notes indicate
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Oh,
He's
is he
there.
there? Okay, perfect. He
Yeah.
already pled out on this case, Judge. He was on the pretrial diversion, the POM, so I'm not sure if the state's dismissing at this point.
Mr. Sosa or Mr. Ramirez?
Judge, he was placed on, on PTDP POM 2 months ago. Last time I checked, I think it's a two-month program. So I just need to verify with our PTD department whether he's clear for a dismissal.
Well,
Judge,
today,
if I may, sorry, Judge.
isn't today his 60-day POM status? So by today, you should have already had that information. It's a POM status. So I
Yes.
expect that information would have been given to you so that you could have been prepared for this today.
That's correct, Judge. I would assume that today is the deadline. So I'll verify and I'll get that dismissal filed today.
Judge, if I may, Judge Connie with probation. Judge, he completed the drug education class. UA was clean. He paid his court costs and probation fees. The only thing pending is a payment letter. He's been waiting on the email from the DA's office to be able to pay that payment letter.
Okay, then when can that payment letter be emailed to his attorney so that he can get that last step done?
I'll send that today, Judge. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. So he hasn't been placed on the PTD program?
He has been placed on the PTD program. Today was his 60-day POM PTD status.
Forgive
He
me.
was clean on the UA. Go on.
I forget that with PTD POM, the payment letters after the program.
Yes.
Forgive me. I forgot. But I'll send that letter out today, and we'll dismiss it as soon as he makes that payment.
Okay. So then that'll be sent out today, and then it'll be dismissed administratively since he already has a clean UA. So how much time? I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead and set this on a tickler, Mr. Munoz, just to make sure that this has already been taken care of since he's done everything else. Mr. Castañeda, let me ask you, do you anticipate that you'll have any financial difficulty in paying the required amount when you receive the payment letter?
Not really. Or
Okay.
shouldn't.
So
I
you'll
have
be
a-
able to
yeah,
pay as soon as you get it?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Your
All
Honor,
right.
if I may,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I actually did send the payment letter to his counsel, Mr. Munoz. Can Mr. Munoz confirm that he received it?
Let me look, Judge. When was it sent?
He
This
just said
morning.
it right now. This
No,
morning.
this morning,
This morning.
8:53 a.m.
Okay, yes, Judge, I do have it received this morning, Judge, so I'll forward it to my client and then he can go and make the payment.
Okay,
If you can just call my office, Osvaldo, as soon as the court's over.
All right, yes, sir.
okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the tickler for November the 19th, just to see if it's already been dismissed by then.
Perfect, that'll work, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
No, Judge, that's all I have this morning, if I may be excused, and my clients as well.
Yes, yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Muniz,
Good morning, Judge.
good morning.
I have Rosendo Perez. He's number 67 on the court's docket. And he is present on Zoom.
Give me 1 moment. CR 211155-I, Rosendo Sean Perez. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, this was the case where my client had a felony motion to revoke. It's been resolved. They're continuing him on probation. We were also waiting for 2 misdemeanors. I think the warrants had gotten delayed because they actually predate this case, if I'm not mistaken. They've been filed, and I believe those are case numbers 1 and 2 on the court's docket, and he doesn't have an attorney on those.
Okay. So on CR 21-10953-I and CR 21-10954-I, he doesn't have an attorney on those assigned to him yet. Mr. Perez, are you requesting a court-appointed attorney at this time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are you in the same financial situation that you were in when you requested a court-appointed attorney on the current case that Ms. Muniz is appointed to?
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Muniz, I'm going to appoint you on those 2 cases as well, so you can take care of them all together.
Okay, Judge. So with that, Your Honor, I would need to file my discovery, review it. So if we could get a little bit of extra time to make sure we can get these all resolved by the next setting.
Okay. It'll be December 7th at 9:30 for all those. And if you can get your waiver of arraignments on file as well.
Will do, Your Honor. And that's all I have. May my client and I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. You have a nice day.
Yeah, before they leave. I see, I didn't leave already. I want to confirm the correct spelling of his first name. We have 2 different spellings.
Your Honor, I think my client is still on. I don't know if he.
Yes, I'm here.
Rosendo, will you spell out your name for?
ROSENDO.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I guess that's it. We can be excused now?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Attorney Rick Perez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ricardo Perez here for Alexis Chapa. I've got number 22, number 23 on your criminal docket. Judge, one of these transactions was in conjunction with a felony charge that is scheduled for trial on April of 2022. But I believe that I can work something out with the state with the felony charge and these 2 pending DWIs, so the court would maybe give me a 60-day reset status, and I think we can wrap all 3 cases up by then.
Okay, the latest I have for the year is December the 16th. Do you think that's enough time?
That's enough time.
Okay. Also on CR 20-5741-I, I believe the probation department has an update on that. Ms. Soto, can I hear from you, please?
Judge, he has his mobile device with sober sense, and this past report indicates he had 7 late tests.
Okay, and then what else? He supposedly spoke to them?
Yes, Judge, one moment. I did speak to him. He was having problems with the device, Judge. He did email me the information. I did give him credit for those tests, but he still ended up with 7 missed tests.
Okay. Where's your client?
Oh, I'm here, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Chapa. So the last time that you were here, you had a late test and a missed test. And then you had 7 missed tests. And even after they totaled everything, apparently you had 14 total. Then you were given credit for those tests that you said were because of the device. And you still ended up with 7 missed tests. Now, are you having problems with the testing time or what?
Well, like the reason is because I work 15-hour shift Fridays and Tuesdays. Fridays and Saturdays, and then I get so drained with work, and then I just go to sleep right after I get out from work. So most of the time, well, I don't hear the alarm that I put at 7:45. And the last time that I missed it, my phone was I forgot to charge it. So that's the reason.
Unfortunately, Mr. Chapa, you don't have those luxuries. Do you understand me?
Yes, I do
So
understand.
if you need your window testing adjusted, you need to let Ms. Soto know. This is your second admonishment. And so you're going to pay a fine of $200 to the McAllen Rainbow Room. You have 7 days to pay that fine. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What is your phone number?
956-445-3309.
Okay. And Ms. Soto will give you a call later this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
I got nothing further, Judge. May I be excused?
You certainly may. We
Thank
will be on a 5-minute break. Mr. Ramirez, Mr. Sosa, Ms. Rivera, Ms. Soto, I'm going to send you an invitation to virtual chambers. This is on an unrelated matter that is not on the docket. So this has nothing to do with any case on the docket. I need you to accept that invitation now.
Understood.
Everyone else, we are off the record.
Bro. Todo el tiempo conmigo. ¿Por qué me hicieron ignore?
Mr. Padron, stand by, sir. Go ahead and mute yourself, please.
Hello.
Mr. Padron. Can you hear me, sir? Armando Padron.
Déjame. ¿Eh? Yeah, but I can do this shit. ¿Qué? ¿Quieres comprar algo?
All right, let me just make sure that everybody's back. Ms. Flores, are you good to go?
Yes, Judge.
All right, we are back on the record. Let me see. All right, we are back on the record. And let me go ahead and start with Attorney Joshua Nathaniel. Okay, Juan Zamora.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Ranjit Limar, and I'll be appearing for Attorney Juan Zamora today.
Okay, I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your last name, sir?
Lidhar, Lidhar.
Okay, and what number, sir?
Number 65 on your criminal docket, Your Honor.
Okay. AR 20-17444-I, the state of Texas versus Isaiah Bena. And is Mr. Bena present?
Yes, Your Honor, he's right here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what's your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, we're here just to request some more time to allow the state to review the PTD application we submitted.
Okay, when was that application submitted, sir?
It was submitted this morning to ADA Win.
Okay, Mr. Wind is no longer with this court. So either you need to see how to redirect that to my other two ADAs that are, yes.
Your Honor, if I may, I see that I personally filed it, so I have received it, reviewed it. Can we go get him on a plea docket when they're at the earliest convenience?
Okay. All right, so it looks like he's ready for placement. All right. The earliest that I have is November 30th at 1:30. Okay, anything else, sir?
No, Your Honor, that concludes our matter for today. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Did you just start at Mr. Zamora's office?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Okay, well, welcome to the bar, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I look forward to
Appreciate it.
seeing you in my court.
Likewise, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
You too. God bless.
Okay, Attorney Armando Padron.
Hello.
Yes.
Judge, that's actually my client, Jeannie Holmes.
Oh, okay. Ms. Holmes.
He's ready for a plea.
Okay, so has his plea paperwork been submitted?
I believe it has.
So he's ready to be set on the plea docket?
I thought this was a plea this morning.
No, my pleas are in the afternoon.
Okay. So
What number is he on the court's docket?
62, 63, 64. We submitted the plea papers, I believe it was last week.
Okay, can the state please verify whether those have been accepted by your office?
Judge, if I may, we do have those on file. They were submitted yesterday morning or afternoon.
Okay. The earliest I have for the plea docket, well, let me see if I can, they've already been submitted and accepted. Ms. Rivera, do we have any more room on the October 28th at 1:30?
Yes, Judge, we do have some DWI, so if you'd like to set them at 3, that way they won't be waiting in the waiting room.
Okay, so Ms. Holmes, October 28th at 3 o'clock for the plea.
Okay, and that you'll have them, all three cases are set. I think he's pleading to 2.
Okay, then which 2 is he pleading to?
It's the 211127 and the 2108763.
Okay, and the third one is just they didn't include it in there, that it's already taken care of, or?
That one's being dismissed.
Oh, okay, so it's being dismissed as part of the plea.
Correct.
That's
Got
correct,
you.
Judge. It's CR 20-07212.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and put him on for October 28th at 3 p.m.
Okay, that's all I have, Judge. Are we excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Yes, Attorney Lucy Regalado.
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize. I was lowering the volume on another court.
It's okay.
Your Honor, I have numbers 81, 82, and 83 on the court's docket this morning. And my client is Santiago Saenz. He is present on Zoom.
Okay, that's CR 21-03612-I, CR 21-03613-I, and CR 21-03614-I. State of Texas versus Santiago Saenz. Mr. Saenz, can you please announce yourself?
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, in this case, we are working on our pretrial diversion application. Mr. Saenz works out of town, and so I've had trouble getting him in to finalize that, as well as to take the UA that's required. And so we're asking respectfully for some additional time so that we can complete that.
Okay, and how much time are you requesting, ma'am?
Judge, if we could have 60 days.
Okay. Let me see. December 16th is as far as I can go, so I can get a report before the end of the year.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, December 16th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that's all we have this morning, Judge. May we both be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day.
Likewise, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Okay, Attorney Dallas Gutierrez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dallas Gutierrez standing in for Jesus Villalobos, number 77 on your docket, Your Honor. And this is for Kevin Reyes.
All right, CR 21-06285-I. Is Mr. Reyes present?
Yes, I'm present. Yes,
Okay, there he is. All right, what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, on this one, we are going to have Mr. Reyes come in and fill out a PTD packet, so we need just some time for that, Your Honor.
Okay, does the state show if Mr. Reyes is PTD eligible?
Yes, Judge. He's PTD eligible, and the alternative recommendation was 1 year deferred adjudication.
Okay. All right, Mr. Reyes, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, I have that your waiver of arraignment was accepted. Oh, that was the day that we need. Okay. Never mind. I just processed everything in my mind very quickly and answered my own question. Okay, so Ms. Soto, just to verify, you do not have anything on Mr. Reyes as having a device. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Gotcha. Okay, so Mr. Gutierrez, when will you be applying for that?
We can get it in by the end of the week, Your Honor.
All right. Then December 16th at 9:30. Let's see if it's under review by that time.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. That is all we have before this honorable court. May we be excused?
You certainly may. Thank you. Attorney Patrick Kennedy.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good. Okay, and how may I help you today?
Judge, I have two cases in your docket this morning. The first one I have is number 17 and 18, Cristina Cantu.
Okay. And is Ms. Cantu present?
The last time I checked, I didn't see her unless her video screen was off and she wasn't using her name.
Okay, Cristina Cantu, are you present? Cristina Cantu? All right, do you want an opportunity to contact her?
No, Your Honor, I've been trying to reach out to her throughout this morning's docket.
Okay, well, if she doesn't respond, then we'll have to take a nice eye at the end of the docket.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, if she doesn't show up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. The next case I have is number 68 in your docket, Mr. Paul Ramirez, and he is present on Zoom, Your Honor.
CR 20-5297-I. Mr. Ramirez, please announce yourself.
Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning, sir. Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, this is the case that where my client is seeking to issue a subpoena. There was a couple of different hospitals. We narrowed it down, and I've also done some research, and there's additional discovery motions I need to file. So I'm looking for some time, probably a 30-day extension, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Soto, do we have a report on Mr. Ramirez?
Judge, he has his interlock device with lifesaver, and there's no violations.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, I want to thank you for you're always like the first one to come into your hearing, and you sit there very patiently, and you never have any violations, and I really do appreciate that. That tells me that you have a lot of respect for the court. But let's see what we can do, because the fact that I know who Mr. Ramirez is by memory is not always a good thing, Mr. Kennedy. So, all right, so I'll give you the opportunity to conduct finish doing your discovery, because I think this is personal discovery, right? You're doing outside discovery?
That's correct.
Okay, all right. So then let's come back on December the 16th at 9:30.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. Yes, go ahead.
My computer glitch. I'm not sure if 69 and 70 were called. I know that the public defender does represent them, so I'm not sure if you'd like to excuse Mr. Ramirez as well.
What do you mean? 69 and 70 they're different defendants.
I'm so sorry, Judge. I read them all the same. That was my mistake.
Okay, so Mr. Ramirez only has this one case.
Yes, ma'am. You are
okay. All right, so then we'll see you back here, Mr. Ramirez, on December the 16th at 9:30, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you take care. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, what other case do you have? Oh, is that all you needed? Oh, okay. Mr. Hernandez, what case do you have?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have two clients, Your Honor. The first one is number 14 on your criminal docket, Denzel Beltran.
Okay, and is Mr. Beltran present?
Yes, Your Honor, he's present on Zoom.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
Your Honor,
That is, let me just call it CR 1807898-I. Okay, go ahead, Counselor.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Beltran, Your Honor, I had asked the DA's office for a reconsideration of his PTD application. I was able to confirm that there is no restitution due and owing. I did reach out to Mr. Gonzalez from the DA's office and left a voicemail, Your Honor. He hasn't called me back yet, Your Honor, so I'm waiting to hear back from him. If the court could please allow me a reset, Your Honor, so I can try to just follow up with him to see if it may be reconsidered, and if so we can make arrangements to get him signed up.
Okay, that's no problem. November 30th at 9:30, and if the state can also let Mr. Gonzalez know that there's a setting for November 30th at 9:30, if he can please give it a look before then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and does Mr. Beltran have a device?
I have no record, Judge.
I don't believe so.
All right. Okay, Mr. Beltran, we'll see you on November 30th at 9:30, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Yes.
Next time, turn on your camera. All right. Go on, Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor, and the last case I have is number 47 on your docket, Olga Jimenez, also present on Zoom.
Okay, Ms. Jimenez, can you hear me?
Olga, you're
She's
on.
Spanish speaking?
No, she speaks English, Your Honor. Olga, you're on mute. If you can unmute your microphone. It's under Cricket, Olga Jimenez, Your Honor.
Yes, I remember. Okay, CR 20-03518-I. Wasn't there going to be an A&P filed on this case?
My client had advised me that the victim in this case is her son-in-law and that he was going to be going to the DA's office to execute an A&P. However, I have not spoken to the son-in-law. I don't want him to make any allegations that hurt him.
Okay, let me go ahead and mute her because she's got her air condition like right on her phone for some reason. And so I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. Yes, I do recall that the son-in-law was the victim. She was going to contact her daughter to see if he could go and to the DA's office to sign the A&P, and they didn't anticipate that there would be any problem. And so what were you going to say, Mr. Hernandez? I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor, and I apologize. I failed to reach out to the DA's office, Your Honor, to see if the son-in-law had in fact gone by. So I don't know if that's taken place yet or not, Your Honor.
I don't have anything on file, Your Honor.
Okay, so the state is indicating that they have nothing on file that the alleged victim had gone by. So if Ms. Jimenez, this is going to be your last opportunity to make sure that you get a hold of your son-in-law. Either your daughter or needs to go ahead and have him go down there. He needs to call for an appointment, okay? He either needs to go down there and ask for the appointment or he needs to call for the appointment. But I'm gonna give you some time for him to do that because maybe he works or whatever the situation may be. But because this is gonna be the second or the third opportunity that I give you. So make sure that you all get a hold of him, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'll have her come back on December the 16th at 9:30, and that's plenty of time for her to get a hold of him. So this is what, Ms. Jimenez, I need you to hear. This is what I expect. So between now and December the 16th at 9:30, I expect that if your son-in-law is going to sign that A&P, he will get down there in plenty of time to sign it so that the state's office can review it and see if they're going to accept it. So that on December the 16th, if all of that is done, they can make arrangements with your son-in-law so that he can appear on that day to give victim testimony. That's why I'm giving you this much time, okay? And now the state is on notice that if he does call in and he does sign the A&P, that you all are ready on for him to give his victim testimony, okay?
And Judge, for the record, the previous ADA had offered 20 months deferred adjudication. We're willing to offer 1 year, contingent on seeing how the A&P goes.
Okay, so Mr. Hernandez, let's see if you all can get a hold of him to go down there. But that way, if he does sign it, we can try to dispose of it on the 16th.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor. May my client and I be excused?
You certainly may, sir. Thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
Likewise. Attorney Dan Mora? Attorney Dan Mora? Okay, Attorney Marco De Luna?
Good morning, Judge. I have the State of Texas versus Jesus Felix Davila.
Okay, sir, what number is that?
I took a picture of it, but my phone is doing an update, so it literally just turned off about 30 seconds ago.
Okay, can somebody give me the number on the docket?
24, Judge.
26.
He's got,
Okay, and he has 24, 25, and 26. So it's CR 1907659-I, CR 1913356-I, CR 20-09409-I, the state of Texas versus Jesus Felix Davila. Is Mr. Davila present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
But in this case, we're waiting for some discovery on some of the case. And as soon as we get that, we're gonna be setting up with, I know we did get a rec, but we still need to get the discovery on the case.
Okay, do you know which cases you're lacking discovery on, sir?
My partner, Jessica De Luna, had been working on this case, Judge, and she just sent me yesterday. She's out of town, but she said that she was awaiting discovery in the case, but that she did get a recommendation that we would be bringing in Mr. Davila sometime next week to talk to him about that along with the discovery.
Okay, let me have the state check which cases are lacking discovery to be sent.
I don't have, Judge, a 39.14 on file. So naturally, we haven't sent discovery.
Okay, so on none of the cases have a motion for discovery on file?
None of the DWIs on the assault, we have actually emailed the discovery.
Okay, so you should have the discovery on the assault case, but your motions need to be filed on the DWI cases.
Correct, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. De Luna?
Yes.
All right. And Mr. De Luna, do you know if the notice of appearance was filed on the assault? Because we're still showing the former attorney.
Yeah, I saw that on there when I took a picture of the docket. I'll talk to Ms. De Luna and see if it's been filed or not to get that filed also.
Okay, just so that you all know, she'll have, in order for the clerk to change, it's not my policy. Let me preface it by saying that. You have to file your motion for substitution with your order granting. When I sign off on the order granting, then after that, you have to file your notice of appearance of counsel. And then they'll take your name on, then they'll put your name on and remove the previous attorney's name on.
Okay, I'll let Ms. De Luna know. Okay.
And also check with her if she's showing that she received the discovery on the assault, because that one was sent out. Okay, so Ms. Soto, do we have a report on Mr. Davila with his device?
Judge, he has his interlock with Lifesaver and there's no violations.
Okay, so keep that up, Mr. Davila. So we'll see you on November the 30th at 9:30.
Thank you. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Dan Mora.
Yes, Judge, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I have number, let me see what, apologize, Your Honor. It's Edgar Alonso Estrada, and that is number 31 on the docket.
Okay. CR 20-00566-I. And is Mr. Estrada present?
I know he had, we got the information on, and he was supposed to be appearing by Zoom, Judge.
Judge, I do see somebody under crooked influence raising his hand. I'm not sure if it's him.
Okay. Do you
He's wearing a
know?
white shirt.
I don't see that. Okay, Saul Torres, sit up or turn your camera off until it's your turn. I'm sorry, I don't see the person. Oh, there he is. Okay, can you unmute yourself?
He's a Spanish speaker, Judge.
Okay. All right. And so go ahead, Mr. Mora.
Judge, I don't know if we're set for a status. You know, he's been brought in several times with regards to violations, but I know that we're going to be asking, we've got some motions. We'll probably be filing our motions to suppress. So with regards to this matter.
Okay, so Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Estrada?
Judge, he has his mobile device with safety check and report indicates no violations.
Okay. Ms. Castañeda, please translate. Let Mr. Estrada know that I want to thank him for keeping his word to the court.
Mr. Estrada, la corte le quiere dar las gracias por seguir su palabra a la corte.
The last time he was here, he did have a lot of violations, and now he said he wasn't going to anymore, and he kept his word.
La última vez que estuvo usted frente a la corte tenía muchas violaciones y usted prometió no tener violaciones y la corte lo comenta por eso.
Gracias.
Thank you.
All right. So then, what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and set you for a status. If your motion to suppress is filed before then of course the status hearing will not stand. I'll just hear you at your motion to suppress. If it's going to be via Zoom, please make sure that it has the waiver of confrontation clause. If it's going to be in person, I believe we still have some slots open for January, and we are doing
It'll
those
be-
in person.
Just so the court's aware, it'll be in person, Judge.
That's fine. Just indicate on there that it's an in-person motion to suppress hearing. And that way we know which docket to put you on, because I have a virtual MTS docket and an in-person one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're probably looking in January, Mr. Mora, just so you know and can prepare.
Thank you.
Okay, so for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put in for December the 16th, and if it's filed before now and then, just let us know. And if for some reason he has any violations before now and then, I'll have to bring them in. And it'll be
Yes,
at 9:30. Ms. Castañeda, please let him know that it's December 16th at 9:30.
Mr. Estrada, su próxima corte es el 16 de diciembre a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, any other case, Mr. Mora?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Okay, you have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, Attorney Santos Maldonado? Attorney Santos Maldonado?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I have number 9 in the court's docket.
Okay, he's actually number 7 through 11.
All right. Okay, I'm
All
sorry.
right, that's okay. CR 19-14840-I, CR 19-14841-I, CR 19-14842-I, CR 19-14932-I, CR 19-14933-I. State of Texas versus Juan Manuel Abrego Tovar. And is Mr. Abrego Tovar present?
He's not, Judge, and that's what I wanted to explain to the court. I was made aware of this hearing this morning by my secretary. I was in a trial on the 4/30th through Zoom all day yesterday. I did not receive Zoom information. I called the prosecutor this morning to get me that information. So I didn't notify my client of this hearing. I had made an announcement indirectly in this case, Judge, back on October 5th, which was scheduled a bond hearing on a prior NISI that I again indicated that I didn't get notice of the hearing. So I posted the bonds for my client. He's been out. I've talked to him several times after he posted a bond, and I notified him I didn't have any court settings. I was surprised this morning that the case was set for today. So if the court would please excuse my client, give me another date. These cases are all gambling cases that I'm trying to resolve with other defendants that I represent also, Judge.
Okay, so can you confirm what email you're wanting to send these to? Because we send them to the ones on file, and I see that it was sent to your office. It was sent early yesterday after lunch.
Early yesterday after lunch. Okay, normally I use the email smjlawoffice@yahoo.com. That's normally where all the items as far as notices come in.
Okay.
What email was used yesterday, Judge? I didn't.
Judge, the email that I have on file is the Santos Maldonado email, not the SJM one. I have santosmaldonadolaw@gmail.com, and that's the one
Okay,
that's
we use that
reflected
one
on
also.
Odyssey.
Okay, that's the
You
one
got-
that's the one that's on Odyssey. So the one that the clerk has, so it automatically will generate it. And so since that's the one that's on file with the clerk, that's where the email was sent yesterday afternoon to santosmaldonadolaw@gmail.com.
Okay, I apologize, Judge. Like I said, I was in trial yesterday all day. I didn't get out till 5:30. So I walked in this morning knowing that this case was set. So I didn't notify my client. I would ask the court to reset it if the court is asking for my client to appear and make the announcement then. But we would be asking basically for a trial setting until we can resolve, hopefully, the felony case, not only in this case, but other cases.
Okay, so then have him here on November 30th at 9:30.
Okay, November 30th at 9:30.
If the email needs to change, then you need to get with the clerk's office so you can update it, sir.
No, that's a good email. I'm looking at my emails right now to make sure I got that one.
Okay.
But we'll be here on November 30th. Thank you, Judge.
Okay,
And
anything
that's all I
else?
had. Good
Okay.
seeing you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. All right, Attorney Tracy Evans.
Judge, I have number 78 and 79.
Okay. That is CR 19-15955-I and CR 19-15954-I. State of Texas versus Miguel Ángel Reyes. Okay, what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, we were basically set for a status hearing. Your Honor had modified the conditions of his bond to include AIP and I believe weekly drug testing, Judge?
Yes, because of the previous violations. Is Mr. Reyes present?
Yes, Judge, he is signed in under Miguel Reyes, Judge. Showing if, there he is.
Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, Ms. Soto, what is the updated information or report on Mr. Reyes, ma'am?
Judge, he is reporting to AIP and there's no violations. His drug test that was taken October the 4th was a negative. October the 14th was also a negative. The last drug test I received from 9/17 to 10/1 was also negative. We are pending the results for the drug test from October the 1st, October the 15th, and then he also has a drug patch on at this time, Judge.
Okay. This will be his last drug patch. He doesn't need to get it. Once those results come in, he's gonna continue on AIP for right now until, let me see how those other ones come out. Mr. Reyes, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
I appreciate you, sir, keeping your word and that you're following, what you need to do, what I ordered, which was to stay clean and you're on AIP. So just keep that up, okay? We're gonna do this in phases. So right now, the drug patch that you have on is gonna be the last one that you have because you've kept your end of the deal, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now continue reporting to AIP and then we'll decide whether or not we'll take you off of that, okay?
Ma'am, can I say something? I've been trying to pay my house arrest, but the online payment is not letting me.
Okay.
What
All right.
what to talk to about that?
This afternoon, let me go ahead and get your phone number.
956-503-8766.
Okay, so this afternoon, when Ms. Soto has an opportunity, she'll contact you and then you guys can discuss that. And then she can better, maybe she can get some information between now and then, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Judge,
Ms.
Judge, I may wanting to continue in the weekly UAs or just report once a month to AIP?
Just report once a month. I mean, I think for right now, he's had enough negative tests, so he doesn't have to do the weekly UAs and he doesn't have to, this will be his last drug patch. He's been doing good. So, okay. Ms. Evans, anything else?
No, Judge. We had just asked for a trial date previously, so.
Okay, so I don't know, I know you had other courts to be in, but we're gonna start trial settings. We're gonna start doing trials at the end of May. So we can, I'll keep them on just for right now. And then hopefully once we hit the January setting, then I can give you some pre-trial and trial dates so you all can start preparing.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so for right now, just because I'm gonna be waiting for the last two drug patch results, I'll go ahead and have them come back and see if they're in by November 30th at 9:30. And then we'll just take it from there.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Reyes, we'll see you on November 30th at 9:30 and Ms. Soto will contact you this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. May we both be excused?
You certainly may. Very proud of you, Miguel, okay? All right.
Thank you, Judge.
Saul Torres. Saul Torres. Sir, you need to do some jumping jacks, whatever you need to do, stay awake or turn your camera off.
Okay, Attorney David Cantu?
No. Okay. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. I have a number 66 on your criminal docket. Joshua
Okay.
Perez.
CR 21-09913-I. Is Mr. Perez present?
Yes, ma'am. I'm your.
Okay, I see him present. All right, and go ahead. What is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, he doesn't have any other cases pending. It's just this one. We have received the evidence. He's going to come by my office this afternoon to review it. And after that, I'll be contacting the DA's office to see how we can resolve the case.
Okay, is he PTD POM eligible? Can the state tell me?
Yes, Judge, I'm sorry, I was on mute. I believe he is. This was a THC concentrate. That's my only concern. But if that doesn't disqualify him, I think he is.
Okay, so if the facts of the case don't disqualify him, Mr. Cantu, he should be PTD POM eligible if that's an avenue that you want to pursue with your client.
That's the 60-day program, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, Your Honor. Thank
It's
you.
not
We're going to
hard.
review the evidence and we'll contact the DA's office.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Then I'm gonna go ahead. The earliest I have to bring you back is November 30th at 9:30. If you decide for him to apply for the PTD POM program, please do so before November 30th so that the clock can start ticking for the review, because they're trying to play catch up over there with the changes in administration, okay?
Okay, understood, Your Honor. That's all I have this morning. May myself and Mr. Perez be excused.
You certainly may. Thank you. Okay, Ms. Palacios Love.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 51 on the court's docket. My client is Trinidad Lumbreras.
Okay, good morning, ma'am. That is CR 20-02683-I. Trinidad Lumbreras.
Yes, Your Honor, and he's under Palacios law. I also have Brenda Maldonado under Palacios law, Your Honor, and she's the victim in this case. The reason I brought the victim forward this morning, Your Honor, is because we've been trying to get her to fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution. She has had a full interview with the DA's office. They've not allowed her to fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution. I feel like there might be some misconduct and possibly some kind of Brady violation, because she's been trying to tell them that she initially pushed them and she slipped back and fell. And so I guess once they heard that there might be evidence favorable to the accused, they've not allowed the evidence in. And I'm requesting at this time, Your Honor, that if they're not going to allow her to do an affidavit of non-prosecution, that we put her statement on the record.
Okay. Does the state have any response?
Just the notes that indicate that they had spoken with the victim and that she was willing to testify, and that due to the facts of the case and due to the fact that the defendant has 2 prior assaults with a different victim, the state was proceeding with the charges on this case.
Your Honor, there was still a statement that was given that was favorable to the accused, that they chose not to add on to the file and to not disclose to the defense, which I don't think is right in this case. So I do have her. I don't know if the court wants me to put it on the record, or do we want to go back, have her fill out the affidavit of non-prosecution?
Okay, so procedurally, what she'll do is she can fill out the affidavit of non-prosecution. The state will review it. They'll decide whether or not they're going to accept it. It sounds like they won't accept it, and then you can see how you'll proceed. In the meantime, I'll also encourage y'all to confer about the case.
Okay.
And perhaps you might need to staff it with Mr. Garcia or Mr. Gonzalez also.
Okay.
Ms. Lozano's not back yet, but I'm not gonna take any kind of any kind of statement on the record at this point. But I will give you all an opportunity to try to see if there's a way that you all can handle it within yourselves. But because that's how we've done it in the past. Like, even if they file, doesn't mean that the state's gonna accept it and decide that they're going to drop the charges, because they also do look at, and that's one of their requirements, they do look at the defendant's past criminal history. And
Yes,
then
but
pending.
they could possibly exonerate the defendant.
No, and I
They should be
understand.
withholding that evidence.
And Judge,
so
if I
in
may,
Go ahead.
I mean, Brady just says to disclose all evidence. As the court's well aware, I've only been in this court for a few weeks, so I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't be able to speak on why, victim testimony wasn't taken. However, I believe trial or there are other venues to take the victim testimony where you can subpoena the victim, but it is at the discretion of the DA's office to whether to accept an A&P. So I just
No,
wanted
and
to
Your Honor, and by all means, this was a while back, so it's certainly not Mr. Sosa's fault, but I will get with him and then we can discuss, and then maybe he can talk to the victim himself and then possibly see how he wants to go forward in this case.
Okay. I'll give Mr. Sosa and Mr. Ramirez an opportunity to now review the file since it's under their care now, and then I'll give y'all some time. So we'll come back on December the 7th?
December 7th?
At 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you. Y'all are excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Osuna?
Morning, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record. We have number 89 on the court's docket. That's CR 19-15420I, State of Texas versus Nathaniel Valadez. Your Honor, Mr. Valadez, and Mr. Valadez is present, Your Honor. I would humbly ask him to unmute himself.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. And that is CR 19-15420-I. Okay. What's your
Mr.
answer?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Mr. Valadez has an unindicted felony, so I'm humbly asking for some time, Your Honor. 45 days if the court is inclined.
Okay. Do y'all have a date? Oh, so it's an unindicted. That's right. Okay.
That's my understanding.
December 16th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. I have State of Texas versus Gerardo Longoria. He has 3 cases. They're 48, 49, and 50. So those are CR 19-01722I, CR 17-12678I, and CR 20-12048I. I haven't been able to locate Mr. Longoria, but I do see somebody under the initials of GL, which may be him.
I'm present, Judge.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have filed 3 motions to withdraw. I don't think Mr. Longoria has had the benefit of reviewing them. They went out of our outbox yesterday. I would humbly ask for a hearing. That way, in case Mr. Longoria has any objections to my withdrawal, he has the opportunity to object.
Okay. And did you file the order setting hearing on those motions to withdraw?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And did you use an address? His last known address on there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you please, Mr. Longoria, I need for you to listen to this part. Can you please assist the court in putting on the record what's the last known address that you sent that order setting hearing to, so I can have Mr. Longoria verify it?
Yes,
yes, I believe it was 4400.
No, Mr. Longoria, not you. Mr. Osuna needs to tell me where he sent that order setting hearing. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. And I'll be with the court in just one moment, Your Honor. Let me just get to that screen.
Sure.
We have 4400 Canadania Lane in Mission, 78572.
Okay, is that the correct address, Mr. Longoria?
Well, that's the correct address, Judge.
All right. So you should be receiving an order setting hearing on the motion to withdraw. And can I get an email address for you as well?
Yes, ma'am. GERLONG12@yahoo.com.
Okay, and you should be receiving the Zoom link as well for the hearing on the motion to withdraw. Okay, so we'll just wait for that setting, Mr. Osuna.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Rivera will request it for the quarter, Mr. Damian, so that we can get that set for you. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. And I have one more, Your Honor, if the court would indulge me.
Okay, give me
I-
one moment. So
Yes.
Mr. Longoria, you are excused at this time, and Mr. Valadez, you are also excused at this time.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Osuna, I apologize.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Torres called me moments ago and I was still in two courts and I failed to advise him of proper courtroom conduct. So I do apologize for that. I will make certain that he understands what conduct is acceptable and not acceptable. But in any event, he is Saul Torres. It's CR 20-01-888-I. He had missed his last setting, Your Honor. So we're humbly asking if the court would consider recalling the NISI.
Okay, what number is that? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not on, Your Honor. He had NISI.
Oh, he was nice. Yeah, okay. Mr. Torres, can you hear me? Well, unmute. Is he speaking? Do you speak
Yes.
English, Mr. Torres?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. You need to know that when you're in my court, you need to act like you're in my court, because if you continue this behavior, I'm going to order that you appear in person every time, so that if you act the way you're acting right now in court, I can just have you taken into custody. Do you understand that?
I've never been into a court, so, but yeah, my bad, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, why don't we make it easy? From now on, you're in person, okay? So we're gonna set him in person each time, because he apparently cannot act properly on Zoom. So he's gonna need to be in person from now on, so make that note. So I'll go ahead and recall his NISI. His next setting will be in person. So I'm gonna go ahead and have him come in on his case. Let me see.
Any Thursday would be fine, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna have him come in on November the 4th at 1:30. Mr. Osuna, you do not need to appear in person, only your client will.
Yes, Your Honor. We should be ready by then.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your Honor. May I be excused, please?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Fernandez?
Good morning, Judge. I have number 37 on the court's docket.
Okay, CR 1913386-I, State of Texas versus Jeanette Garza. Is Ms. Garza present?
She should be, Judge.
Ms. Garza, are you present?
I did speak with her this morning. She was,
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead, counselor.
Judge, we just asked to be continued on the trial docket for now.
Okay. Let me see what she does. Were you gonna file a motion to suppress after all? I had that in my notes.
Judge, I'm not, at this time, right now, no, but I don't know if that might change if you, I know I've heard you giving some settings in January. And if we were gonna do that, we'd ask for an in-person anyway. So it'd probably just, I'll wait till that time to urge it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Ms. Soto, can you give me a report on Ms. Garza?
Judge, she has her mobile device with Intoxolock. There's no violations. She's also on AIP and has no violations.
How long has she been on AIP?
Since May 10th, 2020.
Has she had any violations between now and since then to now on AIP?
Just briefly, lucky Judge, I don't see any no bond violations, no, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Fernandez.
Judge, I would respectfully ask you to consider removing her from the AIP program.
Okay, does the state have any position?
No, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Fernandez, in light of the fact that she's already going on over a year, as a matter of fact, 13, almost 18 months, and she's had no AIP violations. And the last time I admonished her for late tests, and she did come back and say that she was not going to have any more violations, and she's had 0 violations. At this time, I'm removing Ms. Garza from AIP. And that, Ms. Garza, I appreciate your respect for this court. I expect that you're going to continue to follow your bond conditions, and I hope that you don't need to be placed on a program in order to follow them. So I'm trusting you at this point that you're going to do what you're supposed to, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So we'll continue to monitor you, Ms. Garza, and I know that you'll be asking for a trial. A trial setting probably won't be given to you until sometime mid next year. But because you are on an apparatus, I do need to continue to just monitor you. However, because you have been doing so well, they'll become further and further apart, okay? So I'll go ahead and have you come back on December the 7th at 9:30.
Got it, Your Honor. Nothing further. May we be excused?
Yes, you certainly may.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Ms. Garza, what's a phone number for you? I'm sorry.
956-377-9626.
All right. Okay, you take care, ma'am. Keep up the
Thank
good
you.
work.
You too. Thank you.
All right, Attorney Cesar Aguilar.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. I have number 3 on the criminal docket. We're on the
CR
docket.
1806786-I, State of Texas versus Diana Elena Garcia. Is Ms. Garcia present?
She should be, Your Honor. I was talking to her this morning.
Okay. She's on. I see her.
And this one, Your Honor, set for trial. We did have a previous setting in April 12, 21. Last time the state had made an announcement, they haven't been able to contact or remain in touch with the victim. And so we got reset, Your Honor.
Okay. So does the state know if the alleged victim is going to be present today?
Judge, we tried to contact her yesterday. All the numbers from the report generated by our investigators were bad. Respectfully, the state requests a continuance to continue to try to contact the victim. Otherwise, I'm not sure. We'll defer to the court.
Okay, so the last time I gave a 6 months continuance in order to be able to contact the victim. So at this time, that motion for continuance is denied. Okay. What says the state?
In response to what, Your Honor?
If there's no, since the victim didn't show up, then I'm telling you to proceed forward with the bench trial. So then this is where you would state that the victim is not present and therefore don't have any evidence to offer.
Right, Your Honor. As we spoke earlier on the bench trials regarding assault cases, I still don't know my supervisor's positions. So at this moment, we would not be able to consent to a bench trial.
Okay, it's not a consent because this was set 6 months ago with the consent of the state for it to be set for a bench trial.
Your Honor, if I may.
Go ahead.
Because we have no evidence, the evidence is the victim. We haven't been able to contact the victim. We ask that the court issue a verdict of not guilty in favor of the defendants.
Okay. In light of the victim not showing up and no evidence to be presented on CR 1806786-I, the court finds Diana Elena Garcia not guilty. Okay, then you should be receiving the paperwork, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe my client and I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Mr. Solis?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
Judge, I have number 41 and 42, same individual.
Okay. I'm sorry, what number?
41 and 42, Judge.
Okay, so that's CR 1810395-I and CR 1801713-I. So is it Javier Guadalupe or Javier Arturo Guajardo? Which is the correct name?
It's Javier Guajardo, Judge.
Okay, so that way the state knows on CR 1810395-I, it needs to be from Javier Guadalupe to Javier Arturo Guajardo.
Judge, on these cases, we're just pending an MTS. We were waiting a in-person MTS.
Okay, I believe you, the order setting hearing did not get filed.
Okay.
So if you can follow the order setting hearing with the motion to suppress, indicate if it's in person.
Okay.
I think it is gonna be in person, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, indicate that it's in person and we'll give you a setting. It's looking like the setting is in January,
Will do, Judge. Thank you.
okay? And so I'll go ahead and just set a tickler for November the 5th, just to make sure that we've given you a date.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, and is Mr. Guajardo present?
He should be, Judge. I saw him earlier this
Okay,
morning.
Javier Guajardo? Javier Guajardo? I don't see anybody on here.
Judge, can we recall it? Let me see what happened to him. I did see him a few earlier this morning.
Okay, and what other case do you have?
I have same individual, 55 through 58, Judge, Mr. Jose Mendez.
Okay, CR 21-00539-I, CR 21-00537-I, CR 21-00754-I, CR 21-00538-I, State of Texas versus Jose Miguel Mendez. And is Mr. Mendez present?
Judge, I don't believe so, Judge. He hasn't been answering our phone calls. This case, the state sent over the paperwork, Judge. It's just a matter of us getting it signed. However, I haven't been able to get him into the office to get it signed.
Okay, and I believe we're also pending your motion for substitution of counsel.
Right, Judge. That was filed back as when we initially got on this case. There was a felony that was pending, has since been disposed. So we're just asking that we be allowed to sub in and then execute the plea paperwork on these cases.
No, I granted it at the time, but I think you're pending the order granting. I'm not sure if my staff can go ahead and check.
Yes,
Yeah.
Judge, that's correct. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, Mr. Demon. The motion, the notice of appearance was filed and the 3914 was filed, but the clerks will not remove it unless there's an order substituting the counsel.
Okay.
So if you can go ahead and get that so that your names can be put on that case.
Will do, Judge.
And, but he had notice of today's hearing. So if he doesn't appear by the end of the docket, then I'll have to issue a NISI.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, but I'll go ahead and have him, so hopefully you can get a hold of him by December the 7th at 9:30.
Will do, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
I also have Mr. Eligio Barrera, number 13, and I saw him a couple minutes ago.
Yes. I saw him too. CR 17-14469-I, State of Texas versus Eligio Barrera. Okay, and what is the announcement, Counselor?
Judge, we're respectfully asking for a little bit more time. This case, an ADR was denied. We need to ask for a reconsideration. This has been our previous announcement, Judge. However, we haven't been able to staff it.
Okay, are you also asking for the NISI to be recalled?
On Mr. Barrera, Judge, he's been here present every day. I didn't know there was he hasn't missed.
He missed the September 30th hearing.
Okay, then we respectfully ask, Judge, if that can be withdrawn.
That'll be granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you show that Mr. Barrera is on a device?
I have no record, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Barrera, do you have an alcohol monitoring device? Mr. Barrera, do you have an alcohol monitoring device? Oh, you're on mute. Okay, no, you don't? All right.
No, I don't.
Okay, so I'll give you some time, December 7th at 9:30. Between now and then, please get with Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Garza. I'm gonna ask the state to please also notify Mr. Gonzalez and Mr. Garza that Mr. Solis's office is pending a call back so that an appointment can be set for reconsideration. Okay, anything else?
One last one, Judge, Mr. Luis de la Cruz, he has 3 cases, 27, 28, and 29.
Okay, Mr. Barrera, you are excused, sir. CR 1909331-I, CR 2000788-I, and CR 2000787-I, State of Texas versus Luis Alberto de la Cruz. Is Mr. de la Cruz present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead, Counselor.
Judge, in this case, we're asking for 30 days, Judge. I need to meet with them and discuss the discovery and see what we're gonna do with the case. I did see additionally, Judge, that on, I believe the October the 4th, a NISI was issued, and we respectfully ask for that to be withdrawn, Judge.
Okay, that'll be granted. Okay. And what are we gonna do on these cases?
Judge, I need to meet with them and go over the evidence, and at that point, I'll be able to tell the court how we're gonna proceed, Judge.
Okay, December 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you certainly may.
Thank you. You stay safe.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Bravo, as long as your announcement's not that pizza causes an alcohol violation, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. First one is number 43.
CR 1801210-I, State of Texas versus Gerardo Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez should be in.
He just announced himself. Okay, what is your announcement?
Your Honor, I'm requesting maybe 30 to 45 days, Your Honor. There had been a prior case that has been recalled. I believe we've already received discovery from the state. So just ask for a little time to negotiate the case.
Okay, December 7th at 9:30 and see what can be done between now and then, please.
Will do, Your Honor. Your Honor, he does, I believe Mr. Hernandez does require the system to return.
Okay, well, Ms. Castaneda, can you please let him know that he's to return on December 7th at 9:30 and that he's excused?
Mr. Hernández, su próxima corte es el día 7 de diciembre a las 9:30 de la mañana. Y ya se puede retirar.
Okay, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, your next case?
Our next cases are 69 and 70 on the docket.
Okay.
Pedro Ramirez, I believe he needs to put his video on.
Okay, that's CR 1805963-I, CR 1805964-I, State of Texas versus Pedro Ramirez. Ms. Castaneda, please ask Mr. Ramirez to turn on his camera.
Mr. Pedro Ramírez, por favor, ¿puede prender su cámara?
Yes,
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, are you English speaking or Spanish speaking?
I speak both.
Okay, well then, we'll go with English. If you don't understand anything, let me know.
Yeah.
It's not yeah, it's yes, ma'am, or yes, your honor.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Honor.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Bravo.
Judge, on these two cases, Your Honor, we're asking maybe about 30 to 45 days. Mr. Ramirez needs, I believe, there's an offer to dismiss both cases upon his completion of drug education classes, Your Honor. We're just waiting for him to do it. I know that he had become a few months ago unemployed, so I don't know if the court would be inclined to appoint him or have him contact the employment counselor.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, have you found employment, sir?
No, I had actually 2 jobs. That's why I didn't have the time to like do classes, but now I have 1 job, so I have the time now.
Okay, so he was overemployed, Mr. Bravo. So, okay, so now he has the time to do those classes.
Wonderful.
All right, so I'm gonna give you some time. So have you received discovery on these 2 cases?
Yes, Judge, I believe we have.
All right. 12/7 at 9:30. From now until then, I expect that that course and anything else outstanding that he needs to do will be done prior to that setting.
Judge, if I may, that offer to do for the ADR, I'm sorry, had a deadline of July 21st. The state's not in objection to extend that deadline. We just request that it be done by the end of November.
I agree with you, Mr. Sosa. So that deadline will be extended as per the state's announcement, but anything that he has outstanding to do to comply with the ADR requirements need to be done by November 30th. Okay? So, Mr. Ramirez, that's a very generous offer that has been negotiated. So you have to get everything done before November 30th, or that get out of jail free card goes away. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Well, not from you, from your attorney.
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez? Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
That's okay. What case?
Good morning, Your Honor. Number 40 on the criminal docket, Your Honor.
All right, CR 1913140-I, State of Texas versus Jesus Gonzalez III. Is Mr. Gonzalez present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
There he is.
Okay. All right, go ahead. What is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, respectfully, I was gonna ask for a little bit more time. I have reviewed the evidence. However, I did just want to double check with the district attorneys just to see if there's any other video evidence. This is a DWI. There's not any video evidence of the actual stop or any of the field sobriety tests, anything like that. The only video that is, I guess, present is after he's arrested and he's in the squad car, Your Honor. I just want to double check before we move forward that there's not any other video out there, capturing the stop and then also capturing any tests that were performed by my client, Your Honor. We did check the video and that wasn't in the USB that was given back to my office, Your Honor.
Okay.
So respect a little bit more time just to double check. And at that point in time, we'll make the decision, Your Honor.
Okay, also, Ms. Soto, can I have a report on Mr. Gonzalez?
Judge has his mobile device with sober scent, and the report indicates he had 14 missed tests and 5 late tests. I did speak to him, Judge, regarding his late tests, and if he needed to modify his schedule due to work. He advised me that at times he forgets to test.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, I don't want to have to put you in a jail cell so you can remember to have to test. I understand you're working and I want you to keep working. So we're willing to work with you so that we adjust your time windows, okay? So that's already been adjusted. This is your first admonishment before me, which means that this is the first time that I'm bringing your violations to your attention. The second time, I can either revoke your bond and have you incarcerated or decide what's the next step that we're going to do. From now on, I expect that you're going to be testing during your modified window times. And don't forget, I don't care if you have to set alarm after alarm after alarm. You need to test, sir, because that's part of your bond conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What is your phone number, sir?
956-877-9378.
Okay. Are you still working in Oklahoma?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope that job continues to go well for you. So we'll see you back here on November the 30th at 9:30. And Mr. Gonzalez, see if you can get with the state before then if there's any additional digital evidence, okay? Oh, you're on mute, Daniel.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. I didn't realize I was on mute, but appreciate it, Your Honor. I think that is all I have before this honorable court, Your Honor, if I may please be excused.
Sure. We'll see you soon, okay?
Good seeing you, Judge. Take care, Judge.
Thank you, you too. Mr. Gonzalez, you are excused.
Thank you.
Mr. Jackson?
Hi, Judge. How you doing today?
Good morning, sir. Doing well, and
morning.
yourself?
Very well, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, what do you have today, sir?
I believe number 59 and 60 on today's docket. I have Ms. Karen Madrigal here in my office.
Okay, that's not hers. I don't know. What number is Karen Madrigal?
Number 52, Judge.
52, okay.
Sorry, Judge.
All right, CR 20-6411-I, State of Texas versus Karen Madrigal. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, they denied our PDD application, so we're asking to be put on the jury docket.
Okay. Will you be filing any motion to suppress prior to that time?
We will, and our discovery, everything that we need to, Your Honor. We're gonna do everything.
Okay, so does the state show if discovery was sent to Mr. Jackson on this case?
Oh, 1 second, Judge. And Judge, for the record, the previous ADA had offered probation. The state would be willing to offer 3-month deferred adjudication. As to the evidence, I don't have a 39.14 on file, Judge.
Okay, so get the motion on file, Mr. Jackson, and just so you also know that they're offering 3 months deferred, so that's something you can talk to your client about. And then other than that, then we'll see if you file your motion to suppress, indicate on your order setting hearing if it's in person or virtual. If it's virtual, you do need to have your waiver of confrontation clause.
Are you doing in person? Okay.
Motions, yes, I am, sir. But right now, December filled up pretty fast, and
Okay.
so we have January setting.
Not a problem, Your Honor. We would like an in-person and, to be before the honorable judge. We love that court, and we will file all our paperwork by Friday, Judge.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and have you come back on December the 16th at 9:30.
December 16th at 9:30. We'll be ready, Judge. And also, I have one other case, which is a plea this morning, Judge, and I believe we sent the paperwork.
Okay, on Marco Antonio Mendiola?
Yes, we submitted it to the court. It's a plea, and I don't know if my client's on the monitor.
Mr. Mendiola, are you present? Marco Mendiola. I have a Mark, but I don't think that's him.
No, and I asked my assistant if he had called him, and he was ambivalent, and I don't think he called him yesterday, Judge. That would be on me as far as that. If I can, it's a plea. With all paperwork done, I just need maybe we can do it tomorrow or next week.
We're not showing that the paperwork was accepted by the clerk. Can you check on your end?
I'll check with my assistant. He assured me that everything has been filed, and I actually signed off on everything, Judge, about a week ago. So I know I did sign off on everything. So I'll double check with my assistant because he's something else.
So, okay, so there's an ICE already out on Mr. Mendiola. So it doesn't, if he didn't show up today, there's, not more of a consequence than what he's already facing. But I'll go ahead and reset it to November I'm gonna put it on November 30th at 1:30 for the plea. But if you show on your end that the paperwork was accepted, contact the court and we'll put you on a docket earlier.
Awesome. I will certainly do that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He does have violations on his mobile report, Judge.
Yes, that's why I wanted him to be present, but he's not, and we already have a nice eye out on him. And I believe, can you put the violations on the record? Because I don't have them in my notes.
Judge, I have it dated from September the 1st of 2021 to October the 18th of 2021. He had 62 missed tests, 3 positive, and 12 late tests.
Okay, so this is the second or third time that he would be admonished, Mr. Jackson. So he's already facing me revoking his bond and just having him be put in jail, but there's already a nice eye out. So same consequence to the behavior. But anyway, if you can get a hold of him and you have the paperwork already on file, then let us know and we'll set you sooner and we'll take up those violations at that time, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you, Judge.
Now, just so you know, he's still working out of town, right?
He's in the oil fields. That's
All
why
right.
it's hard to get a hold of him, but I'll get a hold of him today.
All right. Okay. Then we'll see you right now, November 30th at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Anything else?
No, Judge. Pleasure being before this honorable court. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Stay safe, Judge.
Thank you. Likewise. Okay, Mr.
Bye-bye.
Bustos.
Good afternoon, Judge. Judge, I got number 15 on your criminal docket, Judge, State of Texas versus Ranulfo Bocanegra.
Okay, and I do see that Mr. Bocanegra is present.
He
So
is,
that's
Honor.
CR 20-07424-I. And what is your announcement,
So
Counselor?
in this case, Judge, I believe discovery has been conducted already, Judge. I need a recommendation by the state so we can figure out where exactly we're gonna head in this case, either ADR or some type of suppression or possibly deferred, Judge.
Okay, can my staff verify whether the KPS is still active on Mr. Bocanegra at this time?
I believe it's been withdrawn, Judge.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so you need some time to discuss this with the state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Judge, the previous offer was a 1-year probation, plus bells and whistles. To get this resolved as soon as possible, we're willing to get it 10 months.
Let me certainly convey that offer to my client, Judge, and see what other options are available to Mr. Bocanegra, Judge. And then we'll certainly take care of this, Judge.
okay. Does the state show of discovery has been sent to Mr. Bustos already?
Yes, Your Honor, in March 17th.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you have what you need, Mr. Bustos?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then I'll give you an opportunity to speak to Mr. Bocanegra regarding the offer of 10 months probation or what else it is that you want to do. Now, let me see, does Mr. Bocanegra have a device?
I have no record, Judge.
I don't think he does. It's his first, is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay. So I don't know if you heard Mr. Bustos, but just in case you file a motion to suppress, please indicate on the order setting hearing whether it will be virtual or in person. If it's virtual, please add the waiver of confrontation clause.
Very well, Judge.
All right. So other than that, we'll see. Let me see. Other than that, let's go ahead and have them come back on December 7th at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. Need to be excused, Your Honor?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Ms. Montes.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 12 on the court's docket, Lorenzo Aranda. He's present and ready for a plea.
Okay, my plea docket's in the afternoon though. Are you asking, is your paperwork in?
Yes, Judge, it is in, and he works, Judge, out of the area. Can we, does it have to be heard in the afternoon or?
Does the state show whether this has already been accepted? It's on CR 20-05786-I. It's number 12 on the court's docket.
It has been accepted, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It has been accepted, Your Honor.
It has been accepted. Have you had an opportunity to review it?
That's correct. I've already filed it, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and let you move forward on it today, given your client's employment situation.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
All right, but let me take up Mr. Lopez real quick, because I think he just has a quick announcement.
Yes, Judge, we'll be on standby when the court's ready.
Okay, Mr. Lopez?
Good morning, good afternoon, Judge. Your Honor, I believe it was number 39.
Okay, one moment.
Edson Gonzalez.
And is Mr. Gonzalez present?
He should be, Judge. I spoke to him a couple times. We've been texting. I don't know if he's had issues, Your Honor.
I don't have anybody by that name. I only have Mr. Aranda, who's waiting for the plea, Ms. Ramos, Mr. Vieira, Mark, and that's it.
I don't
Do you
know,
wanna
Judge.
know-
I spoke to him earlier. He said he was on, but that he could only see like his own picture or something. So he signed out and was signing back in. So I know he was at a work site. That's what happened last time, Judge. He was at a work site and he was coming in and
Oh,
out.
he was the one in the construction, in the
Yes,
hat, hard hat, right?
yes, he comes in and out and so I don't know if he was having issues again, Your Honor.
Okay.
But
Well, I do need him present, Mr. Lopez, because he has violations.
he has more violations, Judge?
He certainly does. He has 10 late tests, 6 skip tests, and 6 tests with alcohol violations.
I'm sorry, Judge, you were cutting off. I didn't hear the violations.
Okay, give me one moment. Okay, he has 10 late tests, 6 skip tests, and 6 alcohol violations. So that's pretty serious.
Yes, Your Honor.
So he needs to come on. So if you get a
Okay.
hold of him, I did see him. I saw him because I saw that somebody kept coming in and out in that hard hat. And so I did see him. So I'm not going to
Okay.
knife by him. But I need for him to show up and he needs to stay on. So he's got to make plans for the next one because I do need to have him present. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on November the 4th. And I'll go ahead and set him at 11 just so that maybe it's easy so he doesn't stay on all that time.
Okay,
And that way at 11, well, we're usually closer to the end of the docket.
okay, Judge.
But I need him on. And that's the only time that I can hear him because those are serious violations.
Yes, Your Honor, I agree. So
Okay,
November the 4th at 11?
yes.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused.
Y'all have a great day.
Likewise. Mr. Alvarez, who do you have?
I have Fernando Vieira, Your Honor.
Okay, do you know what number it is on the docket?
Let me see, Judge. I think it was 90 and 91, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, CR
I can give it-
17, yes, sir, it is. CR 17-03206-I and CR 17-03207-I, State of Texas versus Fernando Vieira.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, I can't apply for pretrial diversion on this gentleman. We're gonna have to get a trial setting and possibly a suppression. I'm not sure we filed a motion to suppress.
Okay, first, let's start with, does the state show if discovery has been sent to Mr. Alvarez on this matters?
I do.
I believe it has.
Yes, Judge, that's correct. In
Okay,
September.
all right. So discovery has already been sent. Is there any digital evidence that is lacking a USB to be submitted to the state?
The USB is ready for pickup.
Okay, so
was
Mr.
ready for pickup already, like they already picked it up.
Oh, they picked it up already?
Yes.
Okay. So then now you just need to discuss the discovery and the digital evidence with your client, correct?
That's right. Yes, correct. That's correct, Judge.
Do we show if a motion to suppress has been filed on these cases? Mr. Alvarez is away from his file, so he's not able to see.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you very much.
No motions to suppress have been filed yet, ma'am.
Okay, so no motions to suppress have been filed, so if you want to file it, just let Mona know, which we know she's the one that runs the show. So let Mona
Yes,
know
Your Honor.
that she needs to file those motions to suppress. On your order setting hearing, indicate whether it'll be in person or virtual. If it's virtual, please indicate that you're waiving the confrontation.
Sure.
All right, other than that, Ms. Soto, do you have an updated report on Mr. Vieira?
Judge, he has his mobile device with safety check and there's no violations.
Okay. So, sir, I know I appreciate you keeping your word to the court. The last time that you were here, you had 35 violations. And this time, and you said you were gonna do better, and you did much better. So I appreciate you. That shows me that you do respect the court, okay? So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll give Mr. Alvarez the opportunity, if he's gonna file any motions to suppress, to file them. And I'll see you back here on December the 7th at 9:30. And we'll see if those have been filed by that time, and then we'll take it from there.
Thank you.
Okay?
Can I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, you certainly may. Mr. Vieta, can I get a phone number for you, please?
832-256-6323.
I'm sorry, you cut off. Do it again.
832-250-6323.
Okay, perfect. All right. Then we'll see you on December 7th at 9:30, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Alvarez?
No, Your Honor. Be safe.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mark Zamora, CR 21034885-I. Sir, I do not have, who's your attorney, sir? Because I don't show one on my docket.
Hi, Your Honor. It was Chris Hinojosa, and she had told me that they had sent a letter to the address or whatnot, but that address was sent to Alton, I believe, but I live in Cibolo, Texas, which is like close to San Antonio. You know, I wasn't aware about it until I tried to contact her before, but couldn't get in contact. I sent her a message today. I'm like, hey, can you let me know if you can send me like some information or whatnot? And she had barely told me that, you know, that she's not my attorney or whatnot, that you were going to appoint me a new one. So I was like, all right, then, well, I don't know what to expect.
Your former attorney is now Judge Hinojosa. She got quite a promotion. So she's now one of our newest. Yeah, so she's one of our newest judges. However, I have no problem appointing a new attorney. So Ms. Rivera, can you tell me who the next person on the wheel is?
Yes, Judge, the next appointment of attorney on the wheel is Ms. Melissa Montes.
Oh, well, you're in luck, Mr. Zamora. Ms. Montes is actually on here for a hearing. So Mr. Zamora, can you please give Ms. Montes your phone number?
Absolutely. It's 907-831-6906.
Okay, so Ms. Montes still has a case with me, but she'll contact you as soon as we're off. I do appreciate your patience in staying on. And so do you also have an email address, sir?
Yes, it's MARKANTHONYGATOR@yahoo.com.
Okay. All right. Then give her a little bit of time because we still have a little bit to be on this. And so probably later this afternoon, she'll contact you. And then you guys can discuss how you want to move forward because she'll have to get the file or maybe have everything redirected to her. Go ahead, Mr. Zamora.
Okay, I wanted to ask because our last discussion was that I wanted more time so I can get my driver license, so I can apply for the PTD because I was eligible. But the thing is, like a ticket came out in Louisiana that I need to pay for, and I already called up for it and whatnot because I went on the first to go get it, and that came out. So it came out to like $1,000 some for no insurance and no driver license. So I wanted to see if you can give me time so I can pay that off, and then that way so I can do the PTD.
I'll tell you what, because you've been so respectful and you've been patient, you talk to your attorney and I will give her the time that she requests on your behalf. Because now you're going to have Ms. Montes represent you. So Ms. Montes will, get with you, you give her all that information and she'll know, and you tell her how much time you feasibly need to pay that fine because it's a lot of money. So I understand. And so once you tell her, then she will let us know and we'll work it out. Okay. But I'll give you the time that you need in order to do that. Sir, do you have an alcohol monitoring device that you were ordered to have, or you don't have one?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, that's fine. And so then this is where the state will ask for one. Go ahead, Mr. Sosa.
Yes, Judge. The state requested a mobile device.
Okay, at this time, because it's Mr. Zamora's first DWI and it's a Class B, I will not be ordering an alcohol monitoring device. So Ms. Montes is very well versed in your type of cases, so don't worry. You're in excellent hands, sir. All right. So she'll get with you later on today, Mr. Zamora, and you're very fortunate to live in Cibolo because I love that area. You actually get to see some trees change in
Yes, it's
color.
very different here. Yes, the weather right now, it's in the low 60s right now, so it's nice.
I
As you
know.
can see, I'm at work right now, but it's really nice out there right now.
Oh, I love that area. Yeah. Okay, sir. Well, we'll see you. I'm going to go ahead and give you Ms. Montes some time to get acclimated with him, and we'll have him come back on December the 16th at 9:30.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Judge.
Okay, you take care, Mr. Zamora.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, you're excused.
All right,
Okay, so
goodbye.
who is Ms. Ramos's attorney?
Judge, I believe that's Mr. Sergio Sanchez. I did try to contact him with no luck, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Ramos, I'm going to give you an opportunity to contact your attorney, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Aranda, go ahead and put your camera on, sir. All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, sir?
Sí.
Oh, it's Spanish. Okay, sorry about that. Ms. Castañeda, go ahead and translate.
Mr. Aranda, por favor, levante su mano derecha y jura decir la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, you may lower your hand.
¿Puede bajar su mano?
NCR 20-05786-I, State of Texas versus Lorenzo Antonio Aranda. Is that your true and correct name, sir?
Lorenzo Aranda, ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, sir, you're being charged with driving while intoxicated as second, which is a Class A misdemeanor. And a Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Sí.
Hold on.
Judge Letty has got kicked out.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Ok, un delito menor de clase A tiene un potencial de 1 año en el condado de Hidalgo y también $4,000 de multa si lo convictan. ¿Usted entiende eso?
Sí.
Okay, let me get her back in then. She does it way better than me. Okay. Ms. Castañeda, can you hear us? Okay.
Sorry, Your Honor. Yes, I don't know what happened that it kicked me out completely.
All right, I went ahead and translated the range of punishment. So we're on to, you have the right to an attorney and the right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you have an opportunity to review the document with your attorney before signing it? Okay, Ms. Castañeda.
Tiene usted el derecho de un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero puede renunciar a uno o a los dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvo usted una oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado antes de firmar?
Sí, claro.
Yes.
Okay, did you understand that you were waiving your right to a trial by jury when you signed it?
Y entiende que cuando firmó ese documento estaba renunciando a su derecho de un juicio por jurado.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, and then the court will accept your waiver of a trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
Mr. Aranda, ¿alguna corte alguna vez lo ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
And counsel, and speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. Then the court will find that Mr. Aranda is mentally competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense. Do you understand, Mr. Aranda, that if the punishment I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you will need this court's permission to file an appeal?
Que, Mr. Aranda, ¿entiende usted que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación?
Sí.
Yes.
And do you further understand that the court does not have to accept the recommendation of the state?
Y también entiende que la corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, are you a U.S. citizen?
¿Es usted un ciudadano americano?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Then in CR 20-05786-I in the state of Texas versus Lorenzo Antonio Aranda to the offense of driving while intoxicated second, a class A misdemeanor, sir. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
En el estado de Texas se encuentra Lorenzo Antonio Aranda por el cargo de manejar intoxicado segundo. ¿Cómo se declara, culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
¿Y se está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will make a finding that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. The court will now ask for state's evidence at this time.
State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate the plea of guilty.
Okay, any objections, Counselor?
No objection, Your Honor, so agreed to and stipulated.
Okay. Being no objection from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 20-05786-I, the state of Texas versus Lorenzo Antonio Aranda, it is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. What is the state's recommendation?
The state recommends a $300 fine plus court cost, plus 1 year Hidalgo County jail probated over 1 year, plus the repeat offender program, plus an interlock device for 6 months, plus 5 days Hidalgo County jail, plus 1 year Texas driver's license suspension, and plus the MAD impact panel.
Okay, any questions or considerations on request of your client, Ms. Montes?
Yes, Your Honor. On behalf of my client, we are asking for the driver's license suspension to run concurrent with the DPS suspension. That's our first request. The second request, Judge, is that we request a waiver of travel restrictions because he does work out of the area doing silver and refinery work. And we ask, the last request that we have, Judge, is that the 5 days Hidalgo County Jail post-judgment be allowed or permitted on weekends, Judge.
Okay, so your requests will all be granted. And on that interlock device, is it better for him to have an interlock or mobile device?
Judge, he currently has a device right now. We would just ask that whatever he has now be extended post-judgment for the 6 months, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask Mr. Aranda if he has an interlock device or a mobile alcohol monitoring device?
Mr. Aranda, ¿usted tiene un interlock, lleva el carro o tiene un móvil? Su
En el carro.
In the interlock.
Okay, then the recommendation will stay as the interlock device. And how long is he ordered to have that interlock device, Mr. Ramirez, did you say?
6 months, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so are we, I'll go ahead and give him 90 days to pay the fine and 90 days to pay the court costs. And the request that is recommended by defense counsel is granted. And the rest of the recommendation I will follow. Anything else?
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further on behalf of Mr. Aranda.
Okay, Mr. Aranda, can I have a phone number? Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask him for a phone number?
Mr. Aranda, ¿me da su número de teléfono?
Sí, claro, 956-532-4764.
Okay, let him know that Miss Soto still has docket, but that later this afternoon or at her earliest convenience, she will contact him.
Ok, Mr. Aranda, la oficial de probation se va a contactar con usted lo más pronto que ella pueda. Todavía tenemos corte ahorita, pero nada más que ella pueda se comunica con usted.
Ok, está bien.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor, will we be excused?
You certainly may, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez?
Judge, I've got Sarah Ramos, Sarah Elizabeth, I believe she's on.
Yes, she's been on. What number is she on the docket?
I think she's
Number
71,
71, Your Honor?
72, 73.
Okay. So it's CR 2006-689-I, CR 20-00033-I, CR 20-06690-I. State of Texas versus Sarah Elizabeth Ramos. Okay, before we get started, I'm gonna ask the probation officer, please.
Yes, Judge, she does have a mobile device with lifesaver, Judge. The report indicated she had 1 late test, 17 skip tests, and then she had 24 readings with alcohol, Judge. On the days of the alcohol reading were September the 24th, she had 13 readings. She kept retesting. That was the reason for that. On September the 17th, she had 2 alcohol readings, again, kept retesting. And September the 20th, she had 6 readings. She kept retesting. I did speak to her. She did advise me she's going through a difficult time at this time, Judge. And she did also admit to drinking alcohol.
Ms. Ramos, I thought you were very courageous the last time that we were here when you indicated that you were going through a lot of mental health issues and some problems and depression. And I'm not going to make you rehash it, okay? Because we are live and you are a human being, and what you're going through does not deserve to be put on for the world to see, okay? And I'm very considerate of that. And I'll be honest with you, Sarah, my heart goes out to you because the last time that we were here, you so desperately want to change.
I do.
I know. And I know that you're going through counseling, and I know that you're seeing your psychiatrist, and I know what you're going through because the probation officer has told me. I have always said that alcoholism is, I think, the biggest demon, and it's the hardest addiction to kick. It really is, because it's an easy escape and it's very readily available and it's legal to purchase, and it's not like a drug. It's a drug, but it's not like a drug, you know? And I know it's hard, and I know that life right now you feel is kicking you in the stomach. And I'm not going to make you put any of that on the record. Okay, I just need you to know that I acknowledge it. And I mean, obviously, you know that you do have alcohol readings, you have violations. You have 24 alcohol violations, and that's very serious.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a beautiful dog, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know he was
No, don't worry.
He's my comfort zone.
Oh, yeah.
Sit down, Pat.
It's okay. Don't worry. Mine, I've had to stop Port before because mine bark all the time.
He's my best friend. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know. And animals are very comforting as well. And
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Look, Sarah, I admire your honesty. When the probation officer contacted you, I mean, you were straight up with her and you told her what was going on. And
yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're gonna do something this time around. I don't think at this point, you're not gonna benefit of me. You're not gonna benefit rehabilitation by me incarcerating you. You're just not. At this point, you're not. I'm going to order you to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay.
And I'm gonna order you to become a part of the MAD Impact Panel. You're gonna see it. It's just videos. And it's 24 hours, so I know you've had issues sleeping. So you can see those videos at any time.
Okay.
It's 24 hours, and that's gonna be our next step, okay? I want to see you improve, but I don't know if we're not equipped to give you the right tools to improve. I mean, I hate to say that, but the court system is fucked. We can only do so much, and the rest is gonna be on you, Sarah. I know it's hard, but with AA, you can get a sponsor, you can have somebody to talk to, you can have goals set, you can start working on your 12 steps. I mean, alcoholism comes sometimes from something that occurred in our past, something that's occurring now. It's a lot of things that can happen. Sometimes, I mean, I still think that it's sometimes you and I don't know. I just know you're trying, sir. I know you are. And I don't want to punish you because at this point, I don't want to use the word fail because I think that should not be a part of your vocabulary right now. But it's not working because you need to get the right help. And maybe with the seeing the psychiatrist,
yes,
and also being in AA,
yes,
and having the sponsor help you, you can start in steps.
Okay.
And you're still gonna fall, but let's hope that you have more victories than falling. All right. So let's go ahead and try that. I'm gonna order you to that MAD Impact Panel, and then you're gonna get a list of Alcoholics Anonymous, and you need to find one as soon as possible. You need to get to a meeting as soon as possible, okay? So can I have your phone number, Sarah?
It's 956-472-7179.
Okay. So go ahead. Later on this afternoon, Ms. Soto will contact you once she's finished with what she's doing, and then she'll probably send you over some of those places that have AA available. She'll let you know how to get started on viewing the MAD Impact Panel.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna take it from there right now, okay?
Okay.
All right. So then I'll have you come back on November 30th.
Yes, ma'am.
At 9:30.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Take care,
I got
Sarah.
that.
All right. I'll be praying for you, Sarah. I really will.
Amen. Thank you. May I be excused?
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, let's go over the docket. Okay, 17, I have, Mr. Damien, I have 17 and 18.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. Okay, what about number 33? And 34 and 35, that's the same defendant. Have we heard from them or the attorney?
No, Judge, and the link was sent out.
Okay.
Judge, for this, actually, no, I have the sticky somewhere. There it is. Okay, so Mr. Gamboa actually suffered a spell of Bell's palsy. The attorney had been in contact with us. It was actually with Terry Palacio's office, or was it Ricardo Palacio's? They are trying to file the motion for continuance. We just need them to the ADA to sign off on the motions. They should be filed already this morning. She did contact me again this morning.
Okay. Does he have any violations, Ms. Soto?
No, Judge, he does not.
All right. Okay, let's see how he's feeling by December the 7th at 9:30. Okay, 38. He never came back on. Number 41 and 42. Never came back on or never came on. And number 45. Was that one of the other ones? $45, nobody, when the public defender's office was here, no one announced on him, right?
That's correct, Your Honor. I don't have any notation.
Okay. This is gonna be the second time we issue a nice eye on that man. Okay, what about number 54?
Number
That one, Judge, he's already on probation. It was supposed to be a PTD status, but he was removed from PTD and he's already been placed on probation, Judge.
Oh, so he's already on probation?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, then he'll get taken off. Okay. All right, that's all I have, Mr. Bingham.
Judge, I had 55 through 58 as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did he
What's
come back on?
the defendant's name?
Jose Miguel Mendez.
Oh, you're correct. Yes, I have that circled, sorry. Yeah. Okay, and anyone else that I missed? Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Damon.
Yes, ma'am. Cristina Lorraine Cantu. Christina Cantu. Christina Cantu.
Yes, Judge. State requests that a judgment in ICE be granted, keep is issued, all bonds forfeited for all
Okay,
named.
let me have them call all the defendants, and then at the end, when I'll call for the nice end.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Jesus Manuel Gastelum. Jesus Gastelum. Jesus Gastelum. Javier Arturo Guajardo. Javier Guajardo. Javier Guajardo. Fernando Herrera. Fernando Herrera. Fernando Herrera. Jose Miguel Mendez. Jose Mendez. Jose Mendez. That's all I have.
Yes, Judge. State requests that a judgment in ICE be granted, keep is issued, and all bonds forfeited for these no-show defendants.
Okay, that'll be so granted. That concludes this afternoon's